Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
12 years. I never expected it to turn out like this. TheBoxingVoice.com. Shout out to the community, man. I appreciate y'all.
What's happening, people? Info Joe, Los Angeles, in the building.
Adrian, the problem wrong, the man from the frozen tundra.
Keem, straight out of Florida. Liz Lowe, Decatur, Georgia.
You already know what it is. It's the Queen, Martha K, Detroit, stand up.
David Maldonado, New York City. Yo, Nuts, don't cut me off, man. Don't cut me off.
King Amin of Essex, catch me for them championship rounds.
Big Super Mac, Plainview, Texas.
Davidian in Buffalo. God bless you all.
In Jesus' name.
Outside ain't nothing. Without the callers, it ain't nothing, man.
Bad Girl, TKO, San Diego, California.
Big Fish, Vegas, Palm Beach, Florida.
Intrigue, the Incredible, straight out the ATL.
James Benitez, Huntsville, Alabama.
It ain't hating, it's just the truth.
Show Kid, Mount Vernon, New York, suckers.
SDS Promotions.
Coach Mide from London, UK.
Let's go! I'm ready!
Checking in from Tennessee, it's Lethal James, P-A-Y-N-E. It's lethal.
Line 6 Reed, just spreading that boots gospel.
Bo from Bama, only in America.
Well, I'm a true attestation to the American dream.
King Born, Crown Heights, Brooklyn. You heard? 4 chicken wings and french fries, breakfast and champions. Let's get to it.
JT, New Orleans, Louisiana.
Stuff like that.
Yo, TVV, this Coach J-Mac. New Orleans, Louisiana, 504, baby.
What have you?
C. Y. E.
California. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, join YouTube members and Patreon for some.
This is the #1 pound for pound and 2 division champion, Marvin the Tank Furman from Dallas, Texas.
LV Southern, from DC to Stunt City, Bomb Squad.
Brandon Maurice, aka the AJ Trucking, straight out of Cincinnati, baby.
Madbat 100, U.S. Virgin Islands.
Chick Chickarelli, Hollywood, California.
Louis Reyes, Boston, Mass. Yo, drop that SDS shit,
This
son.
message was brought to you by SDS Promotions.
The voice of the people, there is no equal. You can add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation. TheBoxingVoice.com.
As I always say, please make sure you push the thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. This is TBD for life. If you ain't on Patreon, that's because you're stupid.
What up? Good morning. Welcome back. I sound like Alex Vega. How are you guys? Welcome back. Welcome back. It's almost Friday. Not quite, but almost. Now, we're here to discuss Devin Haney's latest tweet. I'll screen share that for you guys as we have it on our Instagram. If you're not following the Boxing Voice on Instagram, you're definitely missing out on staying up to date with the latest and the greatest. This is Devin Haney a few hours ago said, numbers don't lie. Who better than who is opinionated? I'm fighting the best opposition out of these guys. So I thought this was a perfect debate right here because I don't know that he is, right? Is it true? Like our title states? And we do have a poll, and we got multiple polls, right? So let me show you. We did a poll on our community page, obviously, because our live show does not allow 5 choice answers, right? And I believe that in this particular poll, we do need 5 answers, right? Because there's 5 young guys. When Devin's saying out of these young guys, who's facing the best? Well, there's 5 of them. So I have them all listed here. Let me move myself. And as you can see, Teofimo Lopez already in the lead. But who has fought the best opposition out of the young guys? Devin Haney wins over Kambosos Jr. that beat Teofimo and Lomachenko. Teofimo Lopez wins over Lomachenko and Taylor. Tank Davis wins over Pedraza and Santa Cruz. Shakur Stevenson wins over Valdez and Herring. And Ryan Garcia wins over Fortuna and Campbell. And obviously, here on YouTube.com for the live chat, we only get to put 4 options. So obviously, Ryan was the weakest link with only wins over 2 fighters. One not champion, the other was a champion. And it just doesn't add up, right? Like, Pedraza's a 2-time champion. Leo Cruz, 4-time champion. You know, Shakur, multiple division champion. And Valdez and Herring champions. So we had to leave Ryan off of the live poll here on the live show at youtube.com. But we do have Devin with wins over Kambosos and Loma, Tio with wins over Loma and Taylor, Tank with wins over Pedraza and Santa Cruz, and Shakur with wins over Valdez and Herring. Now, on both polls, you guys have Teofimo fighting the better opposition. So I wonder, did Devin Haney not know this? And then I wondered to myself, maybe he meant consistently. Because while Tio does have the 2 better, greater wins, he isn't consistent, right? He fought, and I got everybody's box rec pulled up, trying to get better. You know, here we go. So we'll go ahead and screen share Tio's box rec and just go down the line. And as you can see, we'll start off with Richard Comey, which was his first title shot. So the consistency was there. He fought a champion back-to-back. Lost to Kambosos, took a tune-up, took another fight, a challenging fight in a Sandor Martin who faced Mikey and beat Mikey Garcia. But in this fight, Lopez was dropped in round 2. And there was a second knockdown that's controversial as to whether it should have been awarded. So the consistency disappeared. You know, people downplayed Devin's win over Kambosos. So after Loma, he fought Kambosos, Pedro Campa, Sandor Martin. You go to Tank, and obviously the consistency is not there either. Because right now he does have that win over Ryan. But Ryan wasn't a champion, even if you want to give him, you know, the ultimate credit for that win. Before that, it was Hector, so the consistency just isn't there. You know, maybe if it would have been Barrios Ryan, people would have said something, because Barrios' win is aging very well. That being said, you move on to Shakur Stevenson, and again, and this is me theorizing that Haney means consistent opposition, right? He went to Australia, fought Kambosos, rematched him in Australia, came back, fought Vasil, moved up fighting Regis. So I think he means that. I don't know that he means fighting the best, because Tio is doing that as well, if not better. Anyway, here we have Shoshino and Concial, which automatically takes Shakur out, but he did have the run where he had Jamel and Valdez. So consistency there, but obviously with these next 3 names, the consistency isn't there. So I believe Devin is being smarter than the average bear by telling you that he's fighting the best opposition out of all these guys, because he is consistently doing it. Not sporadically, not periodically. He is consistently doing it. So we'll go to the next box rec, which is Ryan. And obviously he fought some tough opposition in Tank, But before that, it was Fortuna. And before that, it was To Go. And before that, Luke Campbell. Luke Campbell and To Go happened to be his two big. I mean, Luke Campbell and Fortuna happened to be his two biggest wins. But the consistency is not there. So, you go to Devin, and again, you got Olympian Jojo Diaz was an interim titleist at the time. Then you had Kambosos in Australia, Vasile, and now Regis. And if he doesn't mean what I think he means, well, then he's obviously wrong. He's obviously wrong.
I think he's just talking about throughout his career on the consistent level. I would say I think you hit it right on the money there, champ. But top of the morning to you.
Buenos dias, brother. Buenos dias. I mean, it's easy to laugh at it now because it's in retrospect, but when he fought Jojo only had one loss. And then after was the Kambosos fight twice, who had no losses. Devin gave him his first loss, then fought him again with only one loss. And then he fought Vasile, who only had two losses. And now Regis, who only has one loss. So I think my theory of what he meant is the closest thing to what could be true in this tweet. Once again, this is his tweet, and we're just trying to make sense of it because he says numbers don't lie. Who better than who is opinionated. I'm fighting the best opposition out of these guys.
Well, I will say, at least for Devin, since that is the tweet in question, right? He has fought now 5 straight world champions. This will be his sixth world champion in a row. That is consistency. Whether they're former or current, that is consistency because nobody else, at least right now, is doing that. Have they done that before? Absolutely. But right now, I would say that's the most consistent guy, no? Yurkis Gamboa, former world champ. Jorge Linares,
former world champ.
Multiple time. Joseph Diaz, former world champ. George Kambosos was the current unified world champ. And then Vasil Lomachenko, the multiple time, numerous division former world champ as well. So now Regis Prograis, the current 140-pound world champ.
When you put it like that, he's definitely building a legacy when it's all said and done. Again, he won't be respected for it now. We'll see what happens after Saturday. Doesn't Jorge Linares fight Saturday versus Jack Catterall?
No, I believe that's next week, Ness. Let me check. But yeah,
because you see, that's what I love about the UK audience. They're not shitting on Linares. They're happy Jack Catterall has Linares.
Yeah, that's next Saturday.
We, on the other hand, we're like, Linares is 38. Get him out of here. But Linares, and this is why I knew right here, Pablo Cesar Cano. This is why I knew that that old boy was in a tough fight. My boy from Brooklyn, remember? Zachary Ochoa. Because look, Pablo Cano knocked out Linares. Linares is only lost by knockout except to Haney. Oh, no, look. Who the fuck is this? Another Russian beat him outside of Zarlul Abdullayev.
Yeah.
But he's still out here going 12. Look, Abdullayev knocked him out in 12. We watched that fight. He was winning. And then he lost a 10-round decision. Can Catterall knock him out? What's Catterall's 13? That ain't happening.
And he fought a guy that, on paper, wasn't like this knockout guy. So, interesting. Yo, what'd you talk about yesterday afternoon?
Second show.
Second show.
We talked about the breaking news that Terrence Crawford on Thursday will be named, or at least they're going to be finalizing whether they're going to name him the mandatory to Zoo and Mendoza.
Did you see the new rumored date or whatever for that fight?
For who? You mean for the rematch?
Yeah.
You talking about for Earl and Bud?
Yeah.
Yeah, February. I mean, it's what our source told us about a month ago.
No, I'm just saying, there was contradicting reports for a bit, so.
Certainly because of the contract, people thought it was going to take place this year.
Right.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we go back to my immediate reaction shows for that entire week after that fight. I said, Al ain't letting him fight this year. Y'all didn't believe me. Al is not a criminal, man. He's not a fucking abuser. Like, Earl needed rest. For sure. And it's still, the report says that it's still not yet finalized as to whether or not it's going to happen at 47 or 54.
Yeah,
it's still not even done yet. Like, they don't even know yet. I'm telling you, my man's in Aruba. Last I heard. Is he back? Shout out to him. I always wanted to go to Aruba.
Yeah, I don't know. Not sure if he is back or not.
He went from Ibiza to Aruba. Shout out to fucking Bud. Bud went from Omaha to the UK to my country, Punta Cana. My man out there chilling. Chilling.
Well,
why are those glasses in style? Those are not cool glasses,
hold
man.
on, which ones? Because
them whack ass football, weird ass 70s glasses, bruh. Y'all always trying, these young kids always trying to bring something back from the old days, man. Them shit, Scooby had them on too. A lot of, even Richardson Hitchens, Tank had them shits on like, wow. Them shit's like skiing glasses or some shit.
Yeah, I was going to say, they look like Oakleys or some shit.
Yeah, bro.
What's wrong with Oakleys?
When did that happen?
Bro, I grew up on Oakleys.
We all grew up on Oakleys. They was never hot. Never hot.
What?
Never.
What?
Never. No.
See, I played baseball. I played baseball.
No trendsetters from my era was wearing that unless is what he just said. Baseball players, because they actually need it. That's what they fucking for.
Yeah, I was going to say, I played baseball, so, we wanted to have the freshest Oakleys on the field.
Weird ass rainbow glasses. Them shits be weird. I don't know, but whatever. Side topic. Number to call in, 14255-695241. Press 1 time. Voice your opinion if you want to give us your opinion on today's topic. Who's fighting the better opposition out of these guys? Devin Haney says it's him. I'm asking you, is it true? The glasses are dope. You guys are fucking weird.
Yo, but he been doing a lot more traveling than that, right?
It's so funny. Y'all say something's dope that's like from 30 years ago.
He been doing a lot more traveling than that. I just want to say.
Who we talking about?
But, I just want to throw in there. He also took a vacation to Belize for his birthday.
True, but I just meant like in the last 3 days, bro. Like, he legit was in Omaha, had to fly to UK, wake up the next morning, be a character witness, go to bed, fly to the WBO convention in Punta Cana. Like,
you don't think he went home first?
It don't. If he did, well, I don't think he did because I specifically asked, did Steven fly them around? And, I was told no, he ain't on that level yet. Steven said he need a couple more hours before he could take all them, lives in his hands. But, yeah, so that just lets me know, like, you kidding me? It's easier to go. I see Europeans in DR all the time. It's easier to go, I bet you, from UK.
Yeah, no, because, Bernie's there, too. So
I know.
I ain't see Bernie in the UK, so I'm like, they probably went home. Dropped their shit off, packed, because
maybe there was a home welcoming for Bomac.
Well, even if there wasn't, think about it, bro. That's 2 totally different wardrobes. DR in the UK, you know that
for sure. But you rich, bro. Like, you ain't gotta be filthy. You rich, so your assistant, your wife, pack 2 bags for you. Your assistant ships your bag for you. Like, my uncle not rich, and he had bags shipped to DR. I told you that shit. So it's like, that's no big deal. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I got to go to
Yo.
DR for the convention.
You know who else in DR?
Everybody.
Albert Bell.
The WBO convention.
Albert Bell out there right now.
Hopefully he gets some favor. Hopefully they let him fight Archie Sharp or that dude Liam Wilson for the vacant belt because, you know. Now, I didn't ask for super champion status, which is what I'm hoping Crawford is doing. You understand? What we reported yesterday is not Crawford's doing. It's not his team's petitioning. I want him to petition for that WBO shot 60-68, not just 54. You the super champ. You've had every WBO since you started your career. There's no other WBO champion greater than you because even if they try to say Canelo, he only undisputed once with the WBO. And he didn't start with the WBO. He started with the WBC. Crawford started with the WBO and is finishing with the WBO. So I believe if he petitions to, for them to allow him to fight the champion, even though it's 3 divisions up, which is a lot, I think he'll still get it because of all the accolades as a former WBO champion and current, right? But the phone lines are open, 1425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion right here. Voice of the People Hotline.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
Yo, are you doing previews and predictions today?
Yeah, that's what's going to be my afternoon show.
All right, so 4 p.m. for that show, and that's 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern for this weekend's previews and predictions. Are you doing a specific card or the whole weekend?
I'm doing the whole weekend.
All right.
And I'm bouncing around because it's shitty cards all over the place.
Obviously, I won't be here. And I'll make sure to send you the footage to make your life easy. But please bring up how John Fury, you saw that?
Push the guy?
Fuck pushing the guy, bro. He threw the bottle at KSI, missed. But KSI was like on the upper level, so KSI spit down at him, bro. That shit was crazy. I'm like, what?
John is crazy though.
Then he goes to like,
like he pushed someone else. Like someone went to shake his hand and he grabbed his hand like he's about to shake it.
So that was
pulled him to him and pushed him away.
Yeah, that was Logan and Paul's. That was Logan Paul and Jake Paul's dad.
Bro, he
went
crazy.
to go say
hello.
Yeah.
Like, John's mental. That shit is not even. It's beyond. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love that type of promotion, but you're somebody's father, and you keep doing this every time. Like, there was another incident where he tried to climb over the barricade in the fight. Remember? He be tripping. He's out of control. They need to give him a influencer fight. That's what it is. He's desperate. He needs to get back in that ring. He want to show what he can do. Discord's available. Twitter is available. And so is the landline. Let's do it. Let's do it. Brandon, Cincinnati.
TBV, what's going on? Good morning, brothers.
Chilling.
I think this poll pretty much comes down to Devin and Teofimo. You can eliminate the other three. The other 3 guys, Ryan, Tank, and Shakur, have done great things in the sport so far in their careers, but in regards to this topic, it's a 2-man race, in my opinion, between Teofimo and Devin. Now, both guys it's pretty much neck and neck, in my opinion, at the top. When you break down the top 2 fights, both got top 2 wins. Taylor and Lomachenko for Teofimo, and Devin is what? Maybe Kambosos and Loma. So in that regard, you might get a slight edge to Teo, but when I think about like secondary wins, would you say Sandor Martin, Richard Comey, and wins like that are better than Devin's, JoJo's, Jorge Linares, and Gamboa's? I don't know. So I want to say right now I would give the slight edge to Teo, fighting better competition. The Devin is like right there, and Devin hasn't took an L yet or has a controversial win. Like, yeah, he does have a controversial win, but Teo's got one against like Sandor Martin, whereas Devin's got his against like Lomachenko. So like I said, it's a two-man race between them two guys, so Devin can make the case, so can T.O., but I'm going to get a slight edges to T.O. right now, but what Devin is doing is, like, it's pretty fucking dope. Like, he's moving right up to 140, going straight for a champ. He ain't getting no tune-ups. No, T.O. got, like, a Pedro Campos and a Sandor Martin tune-up before he fought Josh Taylor. Devin ain't getting that luxury. He's going straight to the, next division and fighting arguably a top one or two best guy in the division. So he can make a case for it. But the other three guys definitely got some work to do. In regards to the competition, in my opinion. But right now, I'm giving it to T.O. on the slight edge. What's up, bro?
So, in your opinion, and I agree with you, by the way, but in your opinion, would December 9th, would that push Devin past T.O. or not quite yet?
You can make a case for it, but you going to have people saying, like, well, T.O. beat Josh Taylor and Josh Taylor beat
Regis.
Regis.
For sure.
Devin, so it's close. Like I said, it's neck and neck. It's a neck and neck race. You got to add in the secondary wins too. But right now, I'm giving the slight edge to T.O. That's my call, man. I'm gonna let you get to some other callers. TVV, protect your mental health. Skills over narratives. Hardcore shit. Shout out to C-Dub.
Stop
That's
the
my call,
fight,
brother.
and thankfully it is over.
Appreciate the call.
Word.
Hardcore shit.
So I seen someone in the comments say, Ness, you say you want boxing to be like WWE, then John Fury does this and you get mad. I'm saying John is not the boxer, John is not the boxer. John is, the father. Is he even training, his son? Because he doesn't train Tyson, so I'm not sure. I get it. But again, they throwing bottles. Like, someone else could have got hurt, right? Like, my man spitting. That shit could have landed on someone else.
And I don't think it landed on anyone, to be fair. But, yeah, for sure.
Like, y'all tripping. I don't know, man. I mean, I get it. I want WWE too, but not that.
Uh-oh.
What was that?
It's not connected.
Why you ain't connected? Hold on, CYP.
It ain't connected, champ. I don't know what you want me to
Why
say.
you ain't connected?
Yo, why you connected, though? Let's
Is
do a
he
10 count. Let's
connected?
do a 10 count, man. Let's do a 10 count for Tommy Smalls, who passed away
CYP,
yesterday.
you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, give us 1 second. Actually, 10.
All right.
Tommy Smalls has worked with the likes of 50 Cent, Floyd Mayweather, Mike Tyson, and most recently Devin. And, was actually living with Devin. And, unfortunately, Tommy Smalls passed away yesterday. So we're going to do a 10 count for Tommy. CYP.
Yo.
Yo, yo.
Listen, if I go over this, just let me know. Just let me know. It's just crazy. It's just super crazy how we got to lie on another man's resume just to boost your fighter's resume. It's stupid. If you believe it's T.O., say T.O. If you believe it's Tank, say Tank. Ain't no need to lie on T.O. resume or Devin's resume or Tank's resume to prove your point. I have given facts on this show multiple times. People understand the facts, but then months later act like they forgot those same facts. Let's repeat. Loma was interviewed years ago saying Floyd met with Bob, but the networks couldn't agree on terms for Tank versus Loma. These are Loma's own words. But some of you will still say, oh, Tank didn't want to fight Loma. He ducked Loma. Motherfucker, listen to the dude who you trying to defend. He's telling you that's not what happened. But again, you'll digress because you don't like Tank. 2, Oscar said in his own words, Jamal never ducked the Canelo offer. I'm not even sure if it reached Al Heyman. But y'all don't like Maul. So we'll pretend that Oscar didn't say that when he's the one who sent the fucking offer. 3, the zone with Devin did not send Tank an offer. Shakur with ESPN did not send Tank an offer. Tio at ESPN never sent Tank an offer. The only promoter to send Tank an offer was who? Oscar for Ryan. They negotiated years. They negotiated. Who the fuck got the fight? It was Ryan who got the fight, Tank. We're going to keep denying these things because you just don't like certain fighters. This shit is ridiculous. Devin was not chasing Tank. He was chasing Undisputed. What is Devin currently? The Undisputed champion. Tank does not have a belt at 135. If you're chasing Undisputed, you can't be chasing another guy who is not in the plans of your goal. Y'all keep saying the regular belt is not a real belt. Okay, well, stand on that. Stand on that. Let the Undisputed champ chase his legacy for Undisputed. Quit all the other dumb shit that y'all be making up just for an argument. That's all we doing is trying to argue. But real talk, all you got to do is and prove one of y'all wrong. Y'all gonna be quiet, get mad, call names because you ain't got no rebuttal, and then hope that Ness put a show out next month so you can act like this never happened.
I got the perfect answer. And
Go ahead, man.
It's for the perfect person because you're the only one that care enough that's actually going to go do your research. So the video should be either the actual date was October 31st, 2019, right? It may have came out November 1st. It may have came out November 2nd. Actually, no, I'm lying.
Right.
So the video was November 1st. So it could have came out November 2nd or the 3rd, but pull it up 2019 where I interview Tank Davis and Leonard Ellerby. They were the mandatory for Devin Haney, and they said that they had zero interest in making the fight, that they don't go off the rankings, that they make their own fights, that they don't need sanctioning bodies or the rankings to make fights. So, you know, maybe as Undisputed, but yeah, long before that, champ, 4 years ago.
Yes.
Quan.
Yo.
And according to Shakur, you don't send Tank an offer. Tank sends one to you since he's the.
I mean, that's always been the case.
Guy.
Like it's never been any other way. Quan, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, fellas.
How are you?
Sure, Dodgers. About to talk this real quick. Man, I don't be really understanding why people be putting T.O. like majorly above Devin. It don't make sense to me. Like I see he leading in the poll, but it don't make sense to me because when you look at it and you break it down the fights between when T.O. fought Loma and when Dev fought Loma. When Dev fought Loma, I scored it 8-4, like period. He gave up 11, 10, and 9, and then one more other earlier round, but it was barely. But when you look at the T.O. fight, I had that T.O. won by one round, literally, because he won the first 6 rounds of that fight, but then he also was losing the last 6 rounds. He won the 12. So that's the only reason why he won. So in my opinion, I feel like Devin beat Loma more clear than T.O. beat Loma, but that's not the perception that people really see it. And of course, Devin beat Kambosos 2 times. T.O. lost to Kambosos. So in my opinion, I got Devin over T.O. I got Devin over all of them because if you think about it, who on Tank's resume, Ryan's or Shakur could beat Loma. I mean, I don't think none of them dudes that I don't think Jamel Herring could beat Loma. Nobody Ryan fought. Nobody Tank fought. And like I said, T.O. barely squeaked past him. So it's like I think it's not a question. I think Devin fighting the best, and he doing it a certain right. He chasing the biggest fights, and the ones that come, they come. It didn't come easy. Like it's not that he just was chasing undisputed. He was chasing the biggest fights. Like he came after every single champion, big name. He didn't apply pressure. Some said no. Tank constantly said no. So of course he would shift focus to T.O. Okay, let me try to get a fight with T.O. T.O. ain't want to fight him at a point in time. Like, he trying to fight Ryan. Like he always trying to fight the best. So you got to give the credit to him. And I personally, I think it's not that many people that think like me, but I think Devin is gonna be the one that's gonna be the last king standing when it's all said and done. So yeah, that's my call.
All right, champ. Quan, appreciate you on the check-in.
Appreciate the call, champ.
Yes, sir. We going out too. Hardcore dub, bright and early. Hardcore dub. Yeah. We'll wait for you to reconnect. Jump out, jump back in. In the meantime,
Like it's your time, but it's not your time.
in between time, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. We're going to get this thing
Make sure-
started.
make
First
sure to
super
share the
chat.
show.
First super chat of the day coming at you from
Nate. Oh no,
Rich McLean.
Yep. $2 says Devin still has the best resume overall. Loso 1131 $2 says tell Bud get that gap fixed in the DR veneers. Y'all, you a hater, bro.
Dudes, bro, that's what it is.
You worried about another man's mouth. They got way more money than you.
Crazy.
Oh man. Nate, $15 says T.O. has the more solid and impressive wins out of the list, but Regis has the most experience at 140, two-time champ, and he has power. So I agree with Devin. Hit the like and share the show, you hating motherfuckers. Flexing emoji, alien emoji.
Shout out to Nate. This is actually his shirt. Thank you for coming to the fight party and giving me and Danny a shirt a piece. Danny, those are actually your shirts. When you get time, you should get those so we could show those because those are FTWRs
I
that
was
are available.
wondering why you just had shirt, because usually if you're going to have shirts out, you'll have them on the table.
Nah, those are yours.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Because you asked for larges now. You lost all that weight.
Yeah, I did,
Feeling
bro.
great on that foodie fit
Bro,
chili.
Bro, not just the chili. I already texted my boy Charlie. I said I need the churros and I need the French toast sticks for breakfast.
Well, the churros is the French toast.
No, they're not.
You showed me and it said churro French toast sticks.
I thought it was two separate. I thought it was a churro one and a French. Anyway,
maybe they have both, but I know you showed me churro French toast sticks.
I asked them for two separate ones, so I hope I ain't wrong because I'm gonna look stupid. But yeah, I'm excited to try those, bro. The fucking chicken fries be rocking.
I can't wait for October. I think it's 2 more days and we get to build our own breakfast, bro.
Yo, and then
get all that.
Did you see
French toast and bacon?
Did you see the pumpkin spice muffins are back too? Bro, I was so happy.
Right on cue, baby. It's Halloween season. Actually, let me get to these super chats. Stay wavy. Be right back. Don't go nowhere. Don't let me forget it. Stay wavy. We got that. That was a $15. Shout out to Nate.
Superstar AT, $5 super chat says, Dev, I personally fought
a better Loma. But after 12
I think he meant thought. Or I personally fought a better Loma. I don't know. He said, I personally fought a better Loma. But after December 9th, if Dev smoked Regis...
I guess the I don't belong. Dev personally fought a better Loma. But after 12-9, if Dev smokes Regis, I definitely put him past Tio at 140.
And then Jay Jones, $5 says, and Tank ain't send them no offers either. LOL.
Word.
Get Reggie Davis out of here. Damn.
They be trying to protect, bro.
Why?
It's crazy. Like, I don't even know. Like, his argument was like, oh, Loma said it wasn't like that.
Yo.
But it don't matter. It was like 4 years of us wanting that fight. That shit was even on Showtime. Floyd even was mad at Tank and was like, yeah, I had a meeting with Bob about it and said it on Showtime at telecast. Like, let's not play dumb. C-Dub, jump back on, brother. I'm trying to wait for you.
Yo, I just want to say, Saturday, we got some big guests at Hardane, and I'm very excited. Because, quite frankly, in my opinion, just my thoughts.
Just his thoughts, man.
We got the best amateur in the U.S. of A. In studio. Emmanuel Chance. Lil Manny. We got your boy Picasso, Rajon.
Painting beautiful pictures.
And then their brother Bam, who's about to turn pro as well. So I'm pretty sure the dad is going to come. Yesterday was like my first time. I want to say yesterday was my first time meeting the dad, if I'm being honest.
Word? Oh, he out here.
Yeah, the dad out here.
Bruh, has he done a flip off the gym yet? Off the ring? He did?
No, he ain't do no flip. I'll bring it up tomorrow. He almost. It was almost some flips, yeah.
he almost flipped somebody. They better not.
Yo, let me tell you something.
Let me tell you, he's martial arts too. He ain't just boxing.
No, he said, I promise you, I want all the smoke.
Yeah. No, he's crazy.
Yo.
He's crazy.
But
like,
I'll say, look, man.
Yeah, they gotta be careful.
They brought their boys in, they whooped ass and they left.
Rajon look good then.
Bro.
Who he sparred?
Damn.
Did he get the fight? Did he tell you if he got the fight? Because it was orange on the box rack.
He got hurt. So he said he's hoping December, January he's back. But bro,
unfortunate.
Lil Manny was just, bro, it was beautiful. Like I know his big brother's Picasso, but bro, Lil Manny in the ring is a work of art.
Yeah, but you biased. That's because you already knew him.
But bro, no. But listen to me.
Because of Shakur.
But listen to me, bro. In that ring yesterday, he ended up with a pro, undefeated pro. Bro, just having his way. And I told him, I'm like, yo, Lil Manny, the straight left is there. Bro, and I felt like he was holding back. But the next round, he brought that straight left off of bro, he turned, brought that straight left, sat him down. Bro. You know you don't see, besides heavyweights, you don't really see knockdowns like that in sparring. Then it's coming from a 17-year-old
I hear
kid.
you, C-Dub. We just
Yo, how the audio?
We just letting Danny wrap it up. We can hear you.
Wow, man, that's crazy. Through all the IT issues, man, we made it. Finally, shout out TBV. Smash that like button. It's free. Do something with yourself. You know, next ring walk, the back call salute. This is an easy one for me. It's kind of easy. It's Teofimo. You know, Tank did start first with the Pedraza. Pedraza went up to another weight class and got a belt. People forget about that. But and Shakur got some good wins too. Herring is a champion. You know, Valdez a champion, and he beat those guys convincingly. Teofimo, man. Teofimo beat Loma and Josh Taylor. He did it first.
And
he Ray J.
And he knocked out
Richard
Comey, though. He also knocked out Richard Comey, who was a current champion.
Him out. Slept him. Did a backflip afterwards. Then did the Heisman pose. You hear me? It's hardcore shit, man. Like the dude, man, he did it first. He Ray J. You know, even though he lost to Kambosa, that makes it debatable. You know, Devin beat Kambosa twice. You know, easy wins. But he beat Loma, man. Before the young guns that we know.
I mean,
all the Tanks, the Shakurs, the Devins. He did it first.
I mean, Orlando did it first.
Salito.
And then Gordo went up and dominated Taylor, undisputed, 140.
Undisputed.
Yeah, I mean, well, he wasn't.
How was he
Yeah,
in the fight?
He had
or
one
before?
belt. He had one belt.
Oh yeah, because he got all that stripped. Okay. Before, yeah, he was undisputed before, right?
Yeah, in the past.
Yeah, before.
Yeah. Somebody undisputed, man. So anybody got that on their record?
I mean, Devin Haney does, yeah.
Devin's active undisputed.
He's an active undisputed. Got you. Yeah, he don't got an undisputed person that was ever undisputed on their record. He's actively undisputed,
it's
though. Okay,
debatable.
and that's cool.
It's debatable. Some act like Loma was undisputed, right?
Nah, you talking about George.
We're not gonna do that.
Oh, that's
We're
right.
not
George.
We're not gonna do the franchise. You talk about the French fries.
I mean, bro, we also, you know, because you watched the show, but let's not act like slow or nothing. Like Ness and I was not going for that shit, but we was in the minority, and you know that.
Word.
The majority of the world felt that Devin was not the champ. That Kambosos was undisputed after beating Tio. Like,
Yep.
you know.
I mean, come on. They called Devin an email champ when Tio had the belt.
And I applaud Devin. Hey man, he's legendary. He's the youngest, and he undisputed. He went to another country and got it. I applaud him. But yeah, Gordo, I got T.O. in this one. You know, shout out TBV, smash that like button in the screen.
But let me ask
Do
you
something
something.
with it. So.
Let me ask you something, because you supposed to be hardcore, and I think you looking at it not the way that he intended it. When did you tune in? Did you hear my opening
statement?
Feel me, my opening argument?
No, I didn't.
You got it? Go ahead, champ.
Yeah.
Do your thing.
No,
Do your thing. We
so
the Haney voice, motherfucker.
We just happen to believe, since this is gonna be the 7th fight in a row and the 6th individual in a row that's a current or former world champ, that Devin was probably referring to his consistency of fighting the bigger names. You know, we cannot assume, but just, you know, his consistency of fighting the bigger names as of late, I think.
Because let's just look at it from a different argument. When he says, I'm fighting the best opposition out of these guys. Okay, who's Shakur fighting next? Is it the best out of these guys? No. Who did Tank fight in April? Was it the best out of these guys? No. Get the fuck out of here.
No. I mean, you know,
you can't be the best without a belt.
For sure. But I'm just saying, you know, he was being discussed.
It don't matter. Being discussed because of popularity, not being discussed amongst any hardcore.
But even for those,
and you're debating if Regis is better than Ryan Garcia.
I mean, Regis is a 2-time world champion. Is all
something Ryan never accomplished.
Exactly.
So if you look at it from Devin's perspective, he's like, every time I got to fight, I fight the best available.
Okay.
Every time you fight what's best for you.
Sandor Martin wasn't best for Gordo. For Tio.
Oh yeah.
I don't think Sandor Martin that was coming up with Marky Garcia.
How many knockouts does Sandor got?
Sandor Martin, I don't think he got no knockouts like that, but he still got the pedigree, and he's a good boxer. He was a good. People thought he lost that fight, by the way, you know. But Pedro Campa, you maybe could say. But hey, before that, man, you had Nakatani, Komei, Lomachenko, Kambosos. There's tough fight after tough fight after tough fight.
Nakatani?
Then he went up. Nakatani.
So you see, we can't have it both ways. I'm giving you a lot of free time. We can't have it both ways because you said Nakatani, Kambosos, and it's like, wait, so is Kambosos a tough fight or is he an easy fight? Because when it's time to talk about Devin, it's a tune-up. Kambosos, like, get the fuck out of here. Devin had the easiest route. You understand? Now you say
we're just giving credit to Kambosos. He was a champion.
I'm just saying.
But we're saying that the tough fight was Nakatani, Komei, then Lomachenko. That was.
Listen to me.
You know that was a rough sled right there.
No, I'm with you. Kambosos was a tough fight. He was an undefeated fighter. Like we wanna diminish everything in this sport. That's why we as fans we know good. Now your O ain't even no good no more. It's like he undefeated, but he was still whack. You know what I'm saying? Like he undefeated.
He was the champion, undefeated. You know, so that tough fight after tough fight after tough fight after tough fight, he was the one doing it. So even though Devin is fighting the best available now, Teofimo, we're not gonna act like he wasn't, and he's not fighting tough competition.
No, I mean,
but he lost though.
Tank maybe is the one that's not fighting the tough competition at all.
But he lost. That's the thing. He lost. But I gotta go. But he lost. We gotta keep that in mind when we doing this assessment. Majid, what up? Majid, what up?
Hear me?
I hear you.
Everybody need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join YouTube members and Patreon for something. Shit. I guess the best way I can put this shit is, I feel like, all right, love you. I feel like, Haney doing what he's supposed to do, you know what I'm saying? And his path that he took was available because basically he called all the niggas out and people asking for $10 million and all of that shit. But at the same time, I feel like Teofimo played the game of chess, and he jumped up to that 140 and beat the prestige top dog at that weight class or whatever, and got whatever belt that is, what, the WBO or WBA, whatever the fuck, and then got the ring title, you know. So when the casuals and shit look at it, they gonna see that, all right, Devin, you just jumped up here because they don't got the belt yet, you know what I'm saying? I got him beat, but you know, after he get the belt, then he'd be up there as one of the champions sharing with him. But in the game of chess, this nigga Tio is getting to it first, I believe, with a loss or without a loss. You know what I'm saying? He let Devin Haney take care of his that wasn't even light work. His light work to Devin Haney, but not to Tio. So I'm gonna say that. I feel like, you know, Tio moving smart, you know what I'm saying, and being first, you know, but I do believe that Devin Haney could fuck around and be undisputed at 140. I'm gonna hate at Devin Haney because, you know, I want him to Shakur to fight, but you know he can't get what you want. But I still feel like, you know, Devin Haney's gonna be the next undisputed at 140. But as of today, Teofimo, I feel like he the big dog at 140. You know what I'm saying? He's like, it is what it is. You gotta take that. You know, Devin gonna want that. He's gonna want that shit. And you know, he just gotta get on.
Majid, you breaking up. I don't know if it's your Bluetooth, but you don't sound the best.
Oh shit.
Way
Yeah,
better.
man. I was saying that I feel like, you know, Devin Haney, you know, he could get the undisputed at some point. But right now, Tio the man at 140. He got there first. He got that ring title with his belt. And yeah, Devin Haney just gotta keep doing what he doing. And he ain't lying, but that ain't the full truth in my opinion. But that's all I got.
Counterpunch, James Benitez. CYP, Danny says you got one. I do not see it anywhere. He said you said Cash App. I checked both of them, bro.
No. I don't, he ain't say Cash App. I checked over here. That's why I asked you Cash App because I ain't see nothing over here.
Go ahead, Benitez.
Yo, you hear me? You
Yep.
hear me? All right, man. Look, man. Yo, yo, man. C-Dub, man. You threw C-Dub a lot of free time, man. But I get it though, man. C-Dub does represent what should be a caller of the year, man. You know, so I'm not gonna even really diss him, man. I just want him to get his just due and actually get that award when it comes around. With the poll that you have and everything, I'm hearing that as I'm driving. We can't fault Shakur, man, because I mean a lot of niggas don't want to fight Shakur, and I mean Shakur should have signed up for the 25% if he wanted to change that perspective. So he's already X'd out from that. Tank those offers. You know what I'm saying? People can't really send Tank offers, and I mean, you know, Tank even with that right there, Tank ain't give us the fights he want. He could have went back around and got the Loma fight. He could have went back around and got the Gary fight. He could have went back around and even gave us a fight that we recently wanted, man, was the Bud fight. Since he's talking greasy about these niggas and shit like that, he should step to the plate and give the people what they want. So Tank's out the picture. Devin, besides Canelo, I think Devin's the only one to actually defend his undisputed status. Am I correct?
That is correct.
2 times.
Two times in the 4-belt era. With that being said, with something that hasn't been done until Bud actually does it, you know, he's the first to do that. You know, we could say that Tio did it first against Lomachenko or whatever, man, but regardless of the fact, man, Devin did it better. He did it when everything was on the line.
Yeah, I can't
How can you not say that?
I mean,
he did it second. Since Tio did it second, you know, and Devin did it third. Niggas forget about that law.
No. I'm saying.
Up?
I'm saying to me, Tio was not undisputed, so I can't say that he defended undisputed.
No. I'm not saying that either, man. They just talking about the win itself, man. We know that was some bullshit with the franchise.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were
we know that was bullshit.
Okay.
Nah, man, because they're throwing that undisputed status around from Cambosis to Loma to goddamn Tio, man. That was bullshit, man. Devin's the only one that got it really out the mud, man. So with that being said, man, nobody can diss Devin, man. If anybody says anything besides Devin's name, man, they just don't know shit about boxing. And I don't know if this is my counterpunch or my regular call next, man, but I'm about to go into work, man. So just keep the 5, man. I'll holler at you on the next one, man.
Appreciate you, champ. We got on another $15 super chat. Nate says, I ain't noticed you were wearing that AG flexing emoji, alien emoji. I've been on the road. I just got to my first stop of the day. Truck Life Ish. Shout out to you, Ness. Finna get a screenshot and post this on the page. Happy Friday Eve. Man, appreciate you, Nate, for another counterpunch. We got Manuel LG, $2, says Bill Haney. Bill Haney.
You may feel like it's your time,
Bill Haney.
but it's not your time.
And G-Ball, $5, says, so fighting T.O. or Matisse at 140 first was not for Devin best. First, not best for Devin at 140 instead of Regis. Yeah, I mean, T.O.'s not, you know, half retire, half not. And yeah, the guy with 10,000 followers is not in his best interest. But there you got it, Manuel. You asked for it, you got it. Bill Haney in the building.
Bill, what up?
Hey, hey, shout out to the boxing voice, the voice of the people, the voice of the streets. And when you really want to let the people know the truth, you got to come over here and give it to them, man. Stop letting everybody put all that work in for you, man. Somebody from your team, man. Come on and let's talk about it, man. What's happening, Ness? What's happening with your ring walk, Danny?
What up, BH? Top of the morning to you.
Nah,
Man,
just
top of the top.
discussing your son's tweet, man.
Hey, listen. I know everybody don't want to say the truth. I know they don't want to tell it. You know, Lomachenko was hurt when he went and fought T.O., according to Lomachenko. You know, and according to sources, Lomachenko was hurt after he fought Devin because of damage and not because of anything else. But I know they don't want to say it. You know, and it's not something that's good to say, but I'm just giving the full report in detail. No different than if it was on the football field and the cornerback came through there or the safety came through there and knocked the quarterback out the motherfucking game. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you ain't heard from Lomachenko. If Lomachenko was bad as he was and he was all that, he would be fighting right now, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody keep making these narratives talking about that he didn't went to the war. You ain't seen one picture of Lomachenko at the war. You know what I'm saying? So Lomachenko, sometimes he at the war, sometimes he ain't when it comes to Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to tell you this. They told me, because I wasn't going to do the deal with him, we wasn't going to fight unless they told me that Lomachenko was healthy. He was healthy. And you know what they said? They said, oh, if you beat Lomachenko, then you'll beat the only version that anyone has beat that's healthy, because he's healthy. They said he had an excuse with Orlando Salido. Then he had an excuse with Teofimo Lopez. Come on, y'all. Y'all know y'all heard the excuses. Now nobody else want to bring up nothing about the excuse, right? When you seen Loma, when he fought Tio, I mean, the best was yet to come. Yeah, y'all was talking about he knocked out Richard Comey and he did all that, man. Where's Lomachenko at right now, man? Where's he at? And another thing is, you don't say that somebody is better than somebody when that person then beat the person that lost to you and that you didn't avenge the loss and you were invited to Australia for the fight. Come on, man, make this shit make sense.
So you saying he can't be better because he didn't avenge the loss and was offered the rematch?
And listen, and Devin, listen, and Devin beat him at a wide margin. Devin beat the guy that he lost to, knocked down, beat up, all kind of shit. And yeah. And then Josh Taylor damn near lost to Catterall. You know what I'm saying? So how you gonna, put that like, oh, we just went and beat the best Josh Taylor. Man, Josh Taylor had been in wars with both Catterall and Regis Prograis. You see what I'm saying? And we going at Regis Prograis. So, I mean, it just ain't no comparisons, but I know that people feel better on their couch saying what we ain't do. I like to just get out and put in this work. No different than right now at 6:59 in the morning.
Now, so the thing is, Bill, you say Loma had no excuses when he fought Chop, but Tio had the excuse. You know what I'm saying? So if you gonna say that Loma was the best version of Loma, the Tio that lost to Cambosos, he said he had a hole in his chest or some shit. What he had in his chest?
Yeah, some medical shit.
Man, the man ain't had no hole in his motherfucking chest, man. That's all cap. That's all lie. That's all showing that when it come down to it, you know what I mean? They really ain't with it, man. They really ain't with it.
So what's your understanding of your son's tweet? Because me and Danny believe that there could be two sides to his tweet. Like, I don't particularly think he's talking about he's fighting the best opposition
What'd you
out of
say?
these
What'd you say,
guys.
Ness?
Oh shit!
The phone was connected.
You done froze on us, Bill. Jump out, jump back in.
What?
There you go.
Go. All right. All right, now, I didn't
Yeah.
hear it.
So what was I saying, Danny?
So first, did you see Devin's tweet this morning? Let's start there. Up and
I knew it.
we
That
lost
service.
him.
That service.
All good. Hopefully we could get him back, Mr. Bill Haney.
Because we had, I mean, if he gonna give Loma a pass in his previous losses for being ill, then you got to give Tio a pass for being ill. CYP, check your DMs. I DM'd you a bunch of times, homeboy. We got actually we got a fat $20 we got to get to. Shout out to my man's in a Mac and Queso. Mac and Queso says,
Was that him? I just
looks
heard
like we going to the Chase Center December 9th, fellas. Fire emoji. Bill, you got me?
Yeah.
So I was saying, what is your interpretation of Devin's tweet? Because I believe there could be two different versions of that.
Nah, nobody is doing it. Nobody is doing it like Dev. Nobody then tried to make the biggest fights. No one has took the division. 135, Devin was there. Devin made 135 hot. He was a big part of making 135 hot. And he conquered the 135-pound division. And then when he moved up to 140 has now became the hot division that everybody is talking about. It that has more to do with Devin than it doesn't have to do with Devin.
So, as far as the consistency, because that's where Nuss and I kind of looked at the tweet. Would you agree that he's the most consistent out of the guys? This will be the 6th world champion he faces in a row.
Absolutely. But I mean, we got heart. You know what I'm saying? Dev got heart. And that's one thing about him. And people, no matter what anyone says, right? When we fought Gamboa had just gave Tank 2 black eyes, or did he give him 3? I think he gave him 3 black eyes. And and he had a torn Achilles during the fight and all this other shit. So you know what I mean? When people say that Gamboa he was just washed up and he was an old man, I mean, his record of opponents to me goes without speaking. It has constantly gotten better. It's just, yeah, man, I don't think they doing what he doing though. Ness, ring walk. I mean, and I don't mean to be biased. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I am rightfully so. So I'm not going to say nobody, their opinion might not be valid for what they believe. You know what I'm saying? But it's an interesting topic to talk about at the very least.
I just feel he's talking about consistency because he can't.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it would be he opens it up to too much of a debate by saying that he's fighting the best opposition because him and Tio share a common opponent, and that's Devin's biggest
No.
win.
Devin beat the brakes off the guy that whipped T.O.'s ass. You know what I'm saying? And motherfucker came back talking about they got a hole in my throat and I got a hole in, and the people, the fans, rightfully so, but sometimes we want to, take that piss on the top
Damn, it looks like.
and treat it. Sometimes, we want to take that piss and just treat it like it's soothing rain on the top of your head. You dig what I'm saying? So, they know what it is, man. You ain't letting nobody get by talking about that I lost because I had I blew my esophagus. I damn near died. All that other stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? And people loved it. Like it's the old school WWE wrestling or something, you know? And then, so Loma said the shoulder, he didn't even fight from round 1 to round 6 because of his shoulder. Then he did, or according to he said, it wasn't even a fight. He didn't even engage. And then after round 6, or maybe the back half of the fight, he started giving him some work. You know what I mean? So, and then T.O. goes and gets the shit beat out of him by George Kambosos, and you guys don't want to give him zero credit.
Bill, so if I say Teller, who's Devin's equivalent to Josh Teller?
Who's Devin's equivalent to Josh Taylor?
In terms of opposition?
It would definitely be George. In this particular argument, it would definitely be George Kambosos, who, and why I say that is because T.O. beat Taylor, but he lost to George Kambosos. Period. At the end of the day.
So who's Richard Comey?
Jorge Linares.
But Comey was current. Linares is former champion.
Yeah. Well, when you say current and former, but who won the most? Who do you think is who has more of a legendary career? Jorge Linares or Richard Comey?
I mean, it certainly looks like Linares is gonna finish his career with a better career because he's a 3-time. Comey hasn't won another world title yet.
So if you were 20-something years old, which name would you go after? Would be a better name, Comey or Linares?
I mean, at the time, T.O. But at the time T.O. beating Comey, that was a name.
Oh, it was a name. I don't take the name.
Now y'all calling him a bum.
Name.
This is what's wrong with our sport. Look, they like stopping Ness. He's a flat out bum. It's like, bro, my man was undefeated when he fought T.O. and he was a current champion.
He was not undefeated. What the fuck?
He wasn't undefeated when he fought T.O.?
Hell no, he had already lost to Bunny and Shakurkov.
Okay, so that's even better. Come on, that's even better. You came back from the ashes. Came back from them ashes to be a world champ. Shit, yeah. I don't know. I value world champs.
Yeah, no, I'm not bashing at all Richard Comey's career. You just kind of asked me which one, and I said Linares there. So what's the next question? And of course, these are my opinions. You know what I'm saying? Somebody can come on and say something else. This is why we love the sport of boxing, you know?
So who's your Sandor, though? Because Sandor was a good win. That was a win over he got that win over Mikey.
Sandor could be Zaire Abdullayev. Zaire beat Linares when he wasn't supposed to and never became world champ. So Zaire Abdullayev.
And he also stopped
but the Mikey win is bigger than that.
Yeah.
The Mikey win is bigger. Even Devin wanted to fight Mikey.
No, for sure. But at that time, Mikey wasn't. You feel me? So, Bill, I know next week.
What about JoJo Diaz? What about JoJo Diaz being? He was a champ.
He was an interim titleist. But was that interim or silver?
He was a full world champ before.
He was a champion.
Oh yeah, IBF for the 130.
Hey, man, you killing them TO fans because right now I don't see where they got a leg to stand on with in comparison to Devin and him. I don't. You got whooped. You got whooped viciously. I'm talking about knocked down, beat up,
the
bloody.
polls say different.
The poll is only including the 2 wins.
I mean, those are his 2 biggest wins.
Right. But Devin, we talking about
But
consistency.
Devin's the guy. Wait.
So now when you bring in, go ahead, Bill.
Wait, hold on.
Danny always let the father take care of it.
I'm just saying the poll ain't what we talking about.
No, what I'm saying is the guy on there that says he lost. He got whipped viciously, and the guy on there beat the guy viciously that whipped him viciously. Let's make this shit make sense. Let's make it make sense though. And I mean, Vic whipped him 2 times viciously, and he whipped the shit out of T.O.
But there's that argument, Bill, that it's like T.O. gets up for the big fights, and that's when we get T.O.
Well, listen, it was no bigger fight than Undisputed, so they said, or what was it, Lenny? Or listen, I mean, I know Ness, it's hard to make this shit up for me. You're doing a great job and that's always what I want you to do. Tell me the other side. Get on me. Give it to me. Fuck what they be talking about. This ain't no Haney voice. This the boxing voice. And I'm the Haney voice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, really though. Yeah, man. Call them, man. You know, call everybody. Send them. Have them join the
Bill, you
panel.
breaking up. You breaking up. Call back in. It's getting choppy. He funny. But I did forget about JoJo being a true world champ. Even when you said it, I thought you was counting the interim title. I forgot all about the farmer
Come
win.
on, bro.
He beat my boy. He wasn't supposed
What
to do that.
what day that ends in Y do I ever count an interim champ? Come on, champ.
Nah, I didn't know.
Come on, bro.
Cause some people we
Cut the
counting
bullshit.
not interims, we counting regulars. You're right.
Yeah. Because the Hall of Fame counted, but I'm saying we ain't bigger than. But I'm saying, come on, any day that end in Y on this show, we don't count that.
You guys keep saying this show's biased. This the Haney voice, right? But like we allow you to call in. We also allow you to say what you like. So like, I mean, tell him he on the show. I'm reading y'all shit off. You know what I mean? Y'all hating on me trying to make an argument. Like I'm trying to argue the other side. What can I do? But CYP counterpunch. Bunch of haters.
Yo,
We hear you.
yo, let me know if you hear me. Shit, I'm on this freeway. Am I good? Am I good?
Yup.
All right, cool. Listen, I gotta be honest. Richard Comey is not better than Linares. For all you dudes who think it's always racial, no. Comey black. Linares will whoop his black ass. It's not even close. Most of the time, I've always said this, and I'm consistent. If you are not top 5 without a belt, you are not top 5. You probably got your belt in a vacancy. You probably got a vacant belt if you are not top 5 without that belt. If you take a belt away from Tyson Fury right now, he's still top 2. If you has no belt, he's top 5. Shakur has no belt, he's top 5. Ryan had no belt, he was top 5. Richard Comey and Cam Boses, without those belts, were not top 5. Think about, and this is a fact, they were not. They needed the belts to help them. Them other dudes don't even need them because they're not on their level. So let's cut the bullshit. When it comes down to B-sides don't make offers, what? Oscar De La Hoya offered Munguia to Charlo, B-side offer. Offered Ryan to Tank, B-side offer. Hearn offered Andrade to Charlo, B-side offer. White to Wilder, B-side offer. PBC offered Big Charlo and David Benavidez to fucking Canelo, B-side offers. And then, hold on, Bud Crawford offered Earl Spence a black plant offer as the B-side. Shit happens all the fucking time. B-sides make offers, and CYP here to make the show great again. And shout out to Bill Haney, because I do believe that if you're talking about T.O. versus Devin, man, Devin has the best resume when it comes down to him versus T.O. T.O. literally lost to the split decision emperor. The split decision emperor.
Well, he ain't
One
saying
hit
that.
wonder.
Remember, the tweet is out of these guys, not out of T.O.
All right, well, I'm saying it for Bill. Bill, he lost to the split decision emperor, one hit wonder. We clowning Austin Trout. We clowning Austin Trout for his one hit wonder, losing to all the Charlos and everybody else. But then when it comes to the split decision emperor, hey, Cambosis. Nah. Cambosis beat T.O. T.O., I'm sorry, you should have whipped Campos' ass. CYP out.
Oh shit, this is so dope.
What up?
That's fire. About time YouTube did some fire shit like that.
Oh shit.
I'm skipping, so I don't want to skip.
No. Hold on. I don't think you are though.
No, why? You caught up to
Let
everybody?
me see. Oh no.
Oh, look, Marvelous sent you a counterpunch, CYP. He said, counterpunch from my favorite caller, CYP. Salute emoji, 100 emoji, flex emoji, glove emoji.
You may
And
feel
that
like it's your
was
time,
from Marvelous King
but it's not your
Boxing
time.
Pound for Pound said Devin is a great fighter. Jonathan Ramirez, $2 says, why didn't you petition to fight for T.O.'s belt? Bro, they want 20 million.
But that's what the petition's for, to get an even split.
Oh,
Then,
you saying for to move up in weight?
yeah.
What
He
belt?
did try, but then T.O. came back and asked for
Well,
it.
actually,
it was offered to
wasn't
him as a
actually
vacant.
at the time. It wasn't T.O.'s belt because he had
It was
vacated
vacant,
and
yeah.
retired, and then he, tried to
But
come
here goes
back.
Bill.
But
We're going to ask him that. Bill, so while you gone, people asking, why didn't Devin just petition to fight T.O.? Y'all got history. Why did he go WBC instead of just going WBO super champion status, asking Paco to let him fight T.O.?
We did. We did. They didn't have. Tio said that he didn't have any mandatory. He said that he wasn't going. He was waiting to decide what he was going to do. He was talking about retirement. He was talking about a whole lot of shit. The Tio fight never came on the table until, or even talked about it until we start talking to Regis Comey. I mean, not Regis Comey. Regis Prograis.
So now, what happened when the WBO ordered Arnold Barboza for the vacant title versus Devin Haney? Then obviously T.O. stepped in and said, "No, I'm not retiring, so you could fight this guy." Why you guys didn't negotiate there? Like, all right, Paco, well, let us just fight him, because he was gonna let you fight Barboza.
Well, no, he couldn't. He didn't make him the mandatory. He didn't have a mandatory. Only thing he had to answer was whether or not he was retiring or not, and choosing to do a voluntary. And I think that's where he's at right now, is involuntary. They're trying to find somebody to fight. I don't know. I'm assuming.
So to be clear, you're saying you petitioned with the WBO to fight T.O., and they told you no.
No, we didn't petition to fight Tio because Tio didn't have a mandatory. What they said was that Tio said that he was retiring and the belt would become vacant. So you can petition to fight for the belt, the vacant belt. You can't petition to be a mandatory if he doesn't have his mandatory.
All right,
Only
but
one
then
that
he
had a
came
mandatory.
back. But
Only
after the WBO announced that y'all was gonna fight, he came back and said, "Nah, I want my belt back," and they gave
yeah,
it to him.
he came back to y'all. He never came back to us or never came back to Top Rank or none of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but why didn't you go to the WBO and say, "Can't Devin activate super champion status to fight the champion above the way that Canelo did?"
Because we had already activated the mandatory to fight Regis Prograis
by that point, okay.
by that point.
Do you think it was just is just? I mean, I never thought y'all activated it in terms of WBO. I just felt like that fight has history. Why not visit it when you got a belt so it could be a unification? But you're saying you guys at least tried to go WBO route before the WBC.
Well, it was Regis Prograis he couldn't do anything. He couldn't do anything because he has a mandatory, right? He has a mandatory, so we jumped in front of his mandatory, and then he couldn't do anything. He couldn't with no one. He couldn't do anything because he had two mandatories because he won a vacant belt, and you know what I mean. And then so we could step in front of the mandatory. T.O. had beat Josh Taylor, who was a WBO champion.
So they weren't gonna mandate the Devin fight because he took the belt from a champ.
Yes.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. Super champion supersedes that because that's how Canelo got his shot at the WBO.
But it's still a mandatory shot.
Right. All right. What else y'all got? Cause they
He's still
as
coming
soon as
through
you
as a
leave,
mandatory.
Bill, they calling me the Haney voice and how I'm being soft and Ness, you ain't
Yo,
asking the right
B
shit.
BH, I haven't got the chance to ask you, but next week, December 9th, you going home, but next week you going home for the press conference. How excited are you? 3-city press tour in San Francisco kicks it off.
3 cities, is that confirmed?
Let's get it. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing it's going to be San Francisco, L.A., and New York.
Wow. Nice. We haven't seen 3 cities in a while. I know you're gonna say you have none, but any fear, nervousness that Floyd announced a potential exhibition on that day? That PBC's putting a potential fight date together for that date with Thurman and Stanionis.
No fear. It's great for boxing. Great for um, it's a time where if we as fighters and trainers and stuff coaches and can take the people away for a second and not look at all the horrific stuff that's going on in the world right now, then I'm all for it. I don't hate on anyone to get their money and especially anyone that's being entertained. We need that, man. We need some boxing. We need some love, man.
Now, what I want to ask you, Bill, like, what are you most excited for about coming home? I know you've said you got the whole city coming out. You done invited your old high school teachers that said
Yeah.
you wouldn't be here. So what is it that you're most excited for about
Yeah.
returning back home to the Bay?
Well, actually, I'm super excited for my people, the people that I grew up with, the people that relatives and stuff, to um, to go to their first fights. A lot of them haven't been to a fight before because it's so expensive to travel, right? To travel to Las Vegas or Australia or some of the places that we fought at, and then have the hotel and food and all that stuff. So it's just an incredibly expensive experience, to average men and women. So to go home and to fight where it's affordable for them, they could relax in their own home, go out. It's guys on the block just gonna get their outfits and jewelry ready and stuff like that, man. So I'm so happy to be doing it for the Bay, for Oakland, and the Bay in general.
So, Bill, what's the plan after Regis?
Huh?
What
After
is the
Regis?
plan after Regis? Because there's a
Well,
quote where Devin says he's not done with 35.
yeah, like Devin has said prior, that after Regis and after the weight cut and all that, then he's gonna decide, but he's not ruling it out. So I think that's an intelligent way to do it. You know what I'm saying? I know everyone wants him to make a decision and to be final on the decision, but we have Regis Prograis, big fight at 140 that he needs to concentrate on, and inshallah, when we're victorious, then we'll talk, and then he'll decide what he wants to do from there.
Now, BH, I gotta ask you, as the father and as a trainer, how do you keep Devin locked in and focused with things going on? I know he recently lost grandfather. Unfortunately yesterday we lost Tommy Smalls. How do you keep him focused during these times, as it is a big
Yeah,
fight he's getting ready for?
yeah. Fortunately, for us, we've had family members that Allah has called home, and any time that Allah makes no mistakes, something that as a Muslim, I don't question, and I hope that he doesn't question. Obviously, you can see that it's a lot of death in the world right now, and a lot of unexpected deaths. So, just staying grounded and understanding that Allah doesn't make any mistakes. And my my stepfather, he was called home. He was 70 some years old. Um, our main man Tommy, he was called home. And for me, growing up in Oakland, when there's no violence and no unexpected, just tragic death, then I can take that a lot more better than what I'm saying. Some of the other things that I didn't see some of my friends, losing friends too. So I hope he can just know in his heart that God put them together. They had some great times together. We all had some great times together. But I know that Tommy would want Dev, to go in there and beat the shit out of Regis Prograis.
So, Bill, where is that first press conference going to be in San Francisco? Indoor, outdoor? What could we expect?
It's
Is it
gonna
going to be the typical matchroom thing, or do you guys have something special planned?
Well, it's gonna be at the Chase Center. It's gonna be at the Chase Center. So I don't I expect it to be a traditional press conference, but have all the fireworks when you have two fighters and Devin Haney and Regis Prograis. Two guys from do or die cities. Uh, it's gonna be a really good fight, man. And when those guys get together for the first time, I don't know if it's Monday or whatever, it'll be interesting. You know what I mean?
Now, Hitchens is not a title fight, and he's a young fighter on the rise, but he is a fighter on Matchroom that's been, you know, talking about Devin, and we don't get that often. Are you guys focusing any attention on him?
No, not right now. We're not focused any attention on. That's no slight towards Richard Hitchinson out of that New York, and I believe he's out of Brooklyn. Is he out of Brooklyn, New York?
Yes.
Is he in Brooklyn? Yeah. You know what I mean? So they don't play. Them youngsters out of Brooklyn. So, but we can't. Right now, we have to give all the attention. Say hi to Sean. Sean. Hey, we have to give all the attention to Regis Prograis. We're less than 60 days in on the fight, and yeah, man, it's gonna be a good one. But as far as Richard Hitchinson, Devin will address all of that, God willing, after we take care of this business with Regis Prograis.
Do you know who's the mandatory for the WBC? Is it going to be Sandor Martin for the 140-pound WBC for the winner, or is it Gary Antoine Russell?
Yeah, it's Sandor Martin from what I'm hearing, because it was going to be Sandor Martin and Regis if Devin hadn't stepped in front of Sandor Martin.
But he should have a year, right? Since he's taking the belt from a champ, he should have 1 year until he has to make a mandatory defense.
Nah, isn't this a voluntary,
because
so he inherits the
no,
voluntary?
no, because Devin has stepped in front of Sandor Martin, so it wouldn't be right for Sandor Martin to not, for Devin to pick somebody else in the to give someone in the WBC a shot before him. The only thing that would trump that would be a unification with T.O. or Matissa or Matias, or who is the other champion?
Romero in recess.
Oh yeah, okay.
Till March, not really recess. He's got a medical excuse till March. Speaking of Matias, he is on the rumored undercard of Keith Thurman and Stanionis, December 9th. He's going to be taking on Hergashev. You're going to be, I guess, watching that on the playback because it's the same night.
Now, who is he fighting?
The number 3 in the IBF, Shoshanagan Hershigev. It's a Dmitry Salita fighter.
And he's going to be fighting who?
Sabril Matias, the IBF champion. That's the co-main.
Oh yeah. No, I'm looking forward to seeing Sabril. I haven't seen him yet, and I hear a lot of good things about him. So I'm waiting for the next fight to watch. Is it gonna be a good one? Is that guy, the other guy, Decent.
The other guy's decent for sure. He's just not a name like that, but he could fight.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not very familiar with the 140 pound division, so I'm doing my studying and looking. So I'm looking forward to seeing Subriel Matisse for sure.
We've seen an influx in obviously undisputed. Do you think that is going to continue with the Haney family, or if the opportunity to continue to undisputed and unify all the belts happens, that's the route you'll take, or is that the objective in every division you guys move to?
Well, I think yes. I think the Crawford family, Team Crawford, has set a tone and set a bar in becoming two-time undisputed. I think that this is something that's now on our radar. And yeah, all those fights are interesting. I'm looking at all those guys.
And Matthias isn't the biggest draw, so in no way am I saying that Team Haney would need to be submissive in these negotiations. But him being from Puerto Rico, any interest in fighting over there?
Um, Hell yeah, it's interesting fighting in Puerto Rico. I love Puerto Rico. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I can't speak for Devin to say Dev, will go fight Subriel Matisse in Puerto Rico. I'm just saying I just love that place, and just an idea of having a fight in Puerto Rico is sexy.
Now, BH, I got to bring it up because I talked to Devin about this the other day, and we've seen Oscar De La Hoya in the media, and he's saying Super Bowl weekend, Ryan Garcia versus either Tio or the winner of Devin and Regis. Now, I did the math, I did some calculations, and, my calculations told me that's a pretty damn quick turnaround. But I told Devin, I'm like, Ryan only fights a week before you. He told me in short words, I'll say that he told me that he wouldn't rule it out. He's not looking past Regis, but he wouldn't rule it out if all things were right. How do you see that fight playing out if he were to get through Regis and right back to the ring in February
Well, like
for a
I said,
Ryan
it's
Garcia fight?
we've always, we're very familiar with Ryan Garcia. We know that'll be an extremely big fight when the time happens. But right now, it's not the time. Right now, we got Regis Prograis. We get through handling the business with Regis Prograis. We look at, the Ryan Garcias, Richard Hitchinson, Subriel Matisse, you know what I mean? And Shakur Stevenson, um, after we handle this business.
Bill, in the past, we've seen fighters go up in weight and, gain power. Experts like to say he was sucking down to make a weight, so he was losing something. You're the father and the trainer. Can you tell us if you feel your son is going to gain any punching power moving up to 40?
Yeah, I think he's gaining. You just gain more confidence that going into the weight cut, you have 5 more pounds. You can stop 5 more pounds out. So he's going into it. He's in very good spirits. I'm sure Danny, kind of sees him in the gym. He's, So I think from that perspective, going into it being relaxed and stress free, or less stressed, I should say. I don't think you're ever stress free going into a fight, but less stressed. Yeah, we have all indicators that Devin will be a much stronger, more mentally focused fighter at 140. That's what the indicators are suggesting. But we'll know on December the 9th.
Tip Bellis is a member for 5 months on that champ level. He said, Bill, why'd y'all choose Regis over Matthias when Regis arguably lost his last fight?
I never knew about Matias. I haven't seen Matias fight or anything like that. You know what I mean? Regis Prograis has been around. Um, he's a 2 division world champion.
Two-time.
Somebody that we're two-time world champion. Somebody that we were familiar with, has been in, um, you know, major fights. So I didn't know Subriel Matisse before that.
Okay. So we're 60 days out today, right?
Yeah. Well, a little bit less, right? I mean,
Let me
because
see.
it's October 12th, December the 9th.
I
Well,
feel
maybe
like
60 days. You know,
I feel
technically
like
60 days.
someone I follow posted that.
58 days out.
Really?
58
58.
days, according to Google.
58. Hey, 58. Yes, sir, man. It's gonna be a good one, man. It's gonna be a good one. This is what you want, and a young fighter, to want to step up and to challenge himself. And I think that that's what you guys have pointed out to that
Bill,
Devin has. Yes,
break that news, man. What's the pay-per-view price for Americans? Cause it's free for the
I don't know,
UK, man. What's up?
man. I don't. You know what? I don't know what the pay-per-view price is gonna be. Um, I always have those mixed emotions about it because a lot of the hardcore fans and boxing fans determine whether or not you're a successful fighter by how much you charge on your pay-per-view, whether or not you're a pay-per-view fighter, so on and so forth.
And how
So
many you sell?
how many you sell and so on and so forth, so I'm not privy to how much of this is going to cost right now, um, but I'm sure it's going to be affordable. It won't be more than any of the other fights.
BH, I gotta ask you your thoughts. Eddie Hearn says over 5,000 tickets sold on the pre-sale. We were trying to get a suite at the arena. They told me all the courtside suites are already sold out. They only had some up top. Just your thoughts on the success this early, and again, the expected outcome as far as the turnout, and the people in the building and the atmosphere December 9th. Devin says he's used to being booed in his career. He says this is going to be probably the first time he's not being booed. So just your thoughts on the success thus far on ticket sales, and the people, the atmosphere in the building.
Well, whether they boo or whether they cheer, they're given the emotion that they pay for. And I always love to see it. If you come out, you go get dressed and you want to come out and boo, then you have every right to. You know what I mean? But to see and to get and to feel all that emotion about Devin, man, I'm just, I'm elated, Uh, whether they're booing or whether they're cheering. You know what I mean? They know him. You know what I mean? And they're giving energy where they could be watching soccer, they could be watching football, they could be basketball. It's a lot of different things that they could be doing. And to buy a ticket to come watch Dev, and it's just always still it's still just amazing, man. It's surreal. To where he's to the level that he's at, that he draws that kind of emotion from people. Man, I'm just so happy, brother.
He's never fought out there in his professional career. Did you know? Yo, bring one to the Bay and we gonna pack the house. Like, even though he's never fought out there, is that something that you knew? Did you know it'd be this successful this early?
Like I said, a lot makes no mistakes, brother. You know what I mean? We just continue to keep working. We've always wanted to go back home. You know what I mean? And to be at the Warriors Stadium, the home of champions, right now, man, it's like a dream come true. Because ultimately, we have been role warriors, and now we can go home and be warriors.
Mm, I like that.
You think a lot's riding on this fight
Oh,
overall?
absolutely. Absolutely. Everything is riding on everything that we've worked um, to accomplish thus far, can go up in smoke in one night, So this is a very dangerous fight. Regis Prograis is a very dangerous fighter. Devin has put, uh, he's got us on his shoulders, man. You know what I mean? And he continues to impress me, man. So I
What are
just
your
look
th-
forward to an
what are your
exciting night.
what are your thoughts on Regis Prograis saying that Devin has been spoon fed and has a manufactured career thus far?
Um, it's always funny to me, these boxers, you know what I'm saying? These boxers that are fighters that we as guys that come in the street love and respect them for their discipline to stay focused, man, and to not do the things and make the mistakes that we did, right? Fall victim to the peer pressure that we did. And we see, and so for me as a guy, former guy in the streets, I think it's so disheartening that they appear and they give off this kind of air that, you know what I'm saying, it's anything than what it is. Those are two guys that have dedicated their lives to being boxers, who take care of their family, great family men. Of course, Regis has kids, Devin doesn't, but Devin is still a great family man, you know, an inspiration, a motivation to us. He's a protector to his brothers and sisters and stuff like that, you know. So um, all that other shit, you know, all that slick shit and all that other shit is bullshit. You know what I mean? It's bullshit, and it's actually a turnoff to what they doing. You know what I mean? Give Dev his respect, like we give Regis his. You know what I mean? Or you gonna look like a fucking fool when Devin beat the shit out you on December the 9th.
I found it. The reason I brought that up specifically because I just found it, I guess, a bit uh funny that he said that, because I saw him also doing an interview that he says that beating Devin puts him in position to be one of the faces in boxing. So do you believe that for Devin, for that to the same to be the case, he beats Regis? Do you think that he'll now be discussed after 6 straight world champions as one of the faces of boxing?
Um, Absolutely. And when we say the face of boxing, not the face that generates the most money, because we can't say that Devin's face generates most money, but Devin's face has influenced and shaped boxing in a different way. And I think he's been the face that you can do it on your fucking own. You know what I'm saying? He's been the face that you can do it with your dad. He's been the face that you don't have to sell out your team and sell out your friends. You don't have to have. He's the face that you don't have to have arguments like you're a teenager or high schooler, you know, and you talking about the person that you're in business with. Yeah, he's the face. He's that face. Yeah, he's that face of being a young boss, a young millennial, to use his platform as positivity to generate money and also do good to inspire other kids to come behind to become behind him and be bosses and keep their parents and their mother and father, keep them in the loop. You know what I mean? He's the face of boxing, having faith in God and not faith in man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's the face of boxing, the real face of boxing, the new face of boxing, not that old broke down bullshit tap dancing, jigabooing, please, sir, massa, sir, can you get me on? You ain't promoting me good. You know, you ain't paying me good. I mean, no, he's not the face for that.
Well,
I can't fight. I can't fight. We can't cross the street, and I need to talk to somebody. Man, I'm talking for myself. No, I'm not talking for myself. It's about time I talk for myself. Man, Deb always done talk for himself. That's the face of boxing. That's the face of millennials. That's the face of America, right? We're so privileged, but at the same time, we sit there and act like that we're not. Brother, you're privileged. We're privileged here in America, right? For Devin, and he's showing what you do with that privilege, right? Everybody else, look, T.O. went another route, right? Shakur, he just said he went another route. Everybody goes another route when it comes to Devin, you know? And as far as that goes with Shakur, he's getting a flat fucking fee to fight whoever that he's about to fight now. You know what I'm saying? The only motherfucking percentage that he want is from Devin. Nigga, you don't even get a percentage when you fight your fucking self. When you are the A side, so how the fuck you gonna come on there and you're the B side, right? Clearly the B side, but you're talking about a percentage, and you don't have no belt. But then you go do another fight with Top Rank, and you don't do it on no percentage. You do it on a flat fee, like all the rest of your fights have been on flat fees. So when I offered a flat fee to the guy, right? I said, "What is your number?" He says, "Oh," they says, "Well, what are you talking about?" I says, "It can't be." We went for 2.8. We went for 2.8 to Australia. So what is all this percentage shit? Ain't no fucking percentage. There's no percentage. He made up the shit about the percentage, talking about 50-50. He wouldn't take the 2.8, even though Top Rank, everybody's acting like they don't know how to do the deal. We just did a deal. We just did a deal involving Undisputed, right? And then that's why I said on the stage in front of Bob and them, and I said they've never sent over nothing because you know what you got to send. You got to send in reverse what you just had us do that you said what we have to do to become Undisputed. I said, damn, Loma will go for it, Dev will go for it, so Shakur was supposed to go for it if that's what it takes to be an Undisputed, or put it this way, he wasn't going to do what Dev would do to become Undisputed, to be a legacy fighter. He just wouldn't. So when I say that, I said they not like him. They're not like him at all, man. And as far as the 8 million goes, his people came on and said something about 8 million. That was Antonio Leonard's son that came on and said something about 8 million to y'all. We didn't mention nothing about no 8 million. I just know that 25% was going to be more than 2.8. 25% was going to be more than he ever made. That's what 25% was going to be.
But
Because look, if
he
you take
continues to deny that. He said
if you take and go 16 million on a whole fight, if you take and say a 16 million in the fight, 4 million is 25%. He's never made 4 million. Ever. And that's only 16 million, my guy. And everybody talk every day and every day and every day about the fight. So is the fight worth 16 million or not? If it's worth at least 16 million, 25% is more money than you ever got, nigga. And he keeps saying that I got something to do with it. I don't got shit to do with it. What I got to do with it is when he did that publicity stunt and he sent that, he came out when he, after he, I guess at 130, he lost the weight or whatever the fuck he did. He came out and said Devin's name. So all of us is sitting, everybody else is sitting watching the TV and all the shit. I called Dev. I said, hey, Dev. I said, what's up with this nigga? Keep saying when they're saying that they're going to call us and we're going to call each other when we want to make the fight, that we're not going to let social media ruin the relationships, right? That's what we're saying, right? Never said nothing bad about the guy. So I'm looking at the TV just like y'all. I called Dev and he didn't text Dev. They made me say this or they wanted me to say that. It ain't like that. So naturally when somebody comes and asks me, what's up, Shakur just said, I said, hey, it's a publicity stunt, my nigga. What you want me to say? I don't owe him a motherfucking thing. I don't owe him shit. So I don't work for him, so I don't have to answer. I answered the question the way that I wanted to answer the question. I'm a grown man. I said it was a publicity stunt because that's what it was. But you didn't talk to me and have me join in on the publicity. So I didn't have to go along with the shit. I told the truth. And then, so now the people mad as a motherfucker, right? Or no, I wouldn't say the people. I want to say that he got mad about it. Nigga, you shouldn't have said it. If that's what you were, if you wasn't standing on business, business would have been because you was already talking to him like you said, and you never mentioned that you want to fight. You talking about going on vacation, right? We talking about going on vacation and all the shit. That's why I said it was a publicity stunt. And then everybody got mad.
So there was indeed the flat fee offer first.
Of
You asked for the
course.
number. Okay.
Of course. Listen, they acting like they don't know how to do business. They've been in business. Bob Arum, them a Hall of Fame outfit. You know what I'm saying? They already know the move before the move go down, right? What is the move? How much is the price, right? You've already set the tone. You've said it. You know what this guy's mandatory, what his minimums are. You know what we just got. So how fucking hard is this? And then they come and say, he say 50-50. He knows his worth. He knows that he wants 50-50. No, nigga, you was scared, nigga. You didn't want to fight him. No, you didn't want to fight him. You didn't want to go for that 2.8 that Dev went across for. Everybody's talking that shit, but nobody was gonna go over there. How did we come over? How did we come over to Top Rank and get Loma and George? And he didn't.
And pay-per-view.
He didn't. But he didn't. He didn't. And it's only 5 pounds that's stopping all this shit that he says that all these niggas is bums. He says everybody is a bum. So what the fuck you laying back there for? What you been waiting and playing back there for? Chive ass nigga.
So do you think we see that fight? Is it going for you as the dad and trainer? Would you prefer it at 140? Would you prefer Devin not to go back down and make that weight? Or
Man, the man is, listen, fuck Shakur. You know what I'm saying? And everything about him. You know what I mean? Listen, I tried to talk to him. He's the one that keep going to the social media and, you know what I mean, and saying shit and all that. Man, fuck him. You know what I'm saying? That nigga had my number. He had my number. He had Devin's number. If he wanted to make the fucking fight, he would have called. He wouldn't have called y'all in social media. You know what I'm saying? And made all this fiasco.
so wait, so him and Devin never DM'd or text at all about making this fight?
Never.
Because he
Never.
texts Frank
He never
Martin.
texted. Yeah, he texted Frank Martin. He texted everybody and did everything that with everybody that he wanted to fight. He did everything that he was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't take that from him. I'm just saying this. He didn't pull up on us like that, man. Nothing. Nothing. Ain't nobody called my phone talking about let's really sit down, let's make this fight happen. No, none of that shit.
So you never got a call from James Prince either?
No, sir. And that's my guy. Yeah.
Well,
December 9th, the zone pay-per-view.
word.
Absolutely.
Go get
Absolutely.
your tickets.
Any can you break any news? Is there gonna be any all accesses, or what are you guys calling it? Because this is not Showtime or HBO, so it's not 24/7 or all access.
No, I can't break no news that you can use right now. You know what I mean? I just want to just come on and share some energy with you guys, man. I ain't been on here in a minute, man.
All right, well they want to
Give us
know
some
what's
callers. Hey,
they
yes,
want.
give us some callers, man. Put some callers on here, man. Would somebody call in? Because, I don't want to leave and go and then everybody says, Ness didn't do his job, man.
They
Ness
asking
really,
what's Shakur's status after he beats De Los Santos. Like, what does that mean for Devin?
to me, it don't mean shit. It don't mean shit. He's still the same, you know what I mean, nigga that, is manipulating, playing, not on top of his business. That's why he got Edwin De Los Santos and we got Regis Prograis. You tell me which one is a better fight. You know what I mean? And he older. He older and all the shit. You got Bob, you got all them, man. Knock it off, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no status. The nigga do more talking than he do anything else. Man ain't whooped nobody. Man ain't whooped nobody that we give a fuck about. And the last time I seen him, spar Dev whooped on him. And the last time I seen you inside crying like a motherfucker inside the Olympics against a guy. You done lost since then. Since Dev Sport, you done lost, man. You see what I'm saying? You done lost. We done seen you lost. You got a blueprint to you. And the people that you talking about that you done beat, nothing. Good fighters, but nothing special. Nothing.
I mean, Bill, you can't admit that he has become the Haney nemesis. Like, every good fighter Earl needed his bud. Is this Haney's bud though?
Man, listen. The nigga's cap, man. The nigga's cap. The nigga's a fraud. That's what he is. And I told him when I was on there with him, I told him my son gonna beat the shit out you if you ever get in the ring with him. That's what I told him. You know what I'm saying?
If he's a fraud, why is William Cepeda didn't take the fight? Isaac Cruz didn't take the fight. Frank Martin didn't take the fight.
I don't know, Ness, but those guys, you know what? We can't worry about them because they won't end up in the history books with that kind of behavior.
You funny. You funny.
Hey, Ness, I love this show, and I always tell you, Ness, please pitch fastballs with me because I got to be great, baby. You know what I'm saying? The only way that you got to get on my ass so we can show you that Dev is great. If you don't pitch fastballs at me and you don't let the callers come on, then the truth ain't gonna never come out. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you, brother.
All
You
right,
see what
well,
I
let
mean?
me see.
And
Anybody
Ring
want
Walk.
to talk to Bill? We got Fire Flame. What up? What up, Rel? Been a minute.
Yo, what up, Ness? How you doing?
Chilling.
You hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, yeah. So is Bill still on the phone?
Bill's still on, champ.
Yes, sir.
You and
Top of the
Bill.
morning. Top of the morning, King.
Nice.
Come on with it.
Bill, I respect everything you and Devin doing in y'all camp. I've been watching y'all for years. I really ain't got much to say about all the political talk and the back and forth on social media. I guess what the biggest question is, if I don't know if I tuned in late or not, is I guess is Devin gonna stay at 140, and then is y'all going for undisputed at 140, or is we gonna see like in the future a Tank Davis versus Haney around 140 or 135? Because that's really the big money fight if you want to be real. It's them two. But thanks for having
Yeah,
me
I
though.
don't. Yeah. No, thank you, and thank you for your question, and your support. And like I said, the Regis program. I don't know if you heard, but Regis program is a big name that we take very, very serious. It's a task that we have to. We got to go in there and put down. It's a tall task. You stepping up to 140, and you stepping up against a killer like Regis Prograis. So after we handle this business, of course, then Devin, like I said, he's going to entertain the biggest and the best fights that's on the table for him. No different than what he's already done. I mean, we moving more so into like he 24. We moving into that part where it don't matter nobody, man. We don't give a fuck about nobody, man. We don't think none of them people can fuck with Dev. None. Zero. Best in the world. Period. 140, 135. You know what I mean? He's the best. He's the guy. And beat a lot of 147 pounders too.
How big do you think he can get? I heard him throw out a number the other day, but I just want your thoughts.
I think as it goes on, his skills and just being, a veteran in there, um, maybe 160, 154. Is that what he
Okay.
said?
Yeah, he said 54 for sure.
I got more
Yeah,
callers.
54.
Super Max, talk to me.
Good morning, Coach.
Yeah.
Max.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Haney still on the line?
Yes,
Sure
sir.
is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yo, first things first, Bill, we got to get that Bill Haney for President campaign started. 2024 right around the corner. So
Hey,
thank you, have my
appreciate it,
vote.
King. No, no.
You just mentioned that Dev, you could see Dev possibly 54-60. There's been a lot of talk about Crawford jumping up from 47 to 68. Who and Crawford started at 135. I just wanted your opinion, Coach. Like, what do you think of a fighter? Like, as a coach, what would you think of that idea? Knowing that Crawford is a next level talent, and I think skill for skill, he's got the edge over Canelo. But when we're talking size, I just wanted your opinion on that, man. To keep doing what you do, I've been a fan of yours. Got to be on the show with you before, so that's all I really
Thank
got.
you, brother. No, thank you. Yeah, no, that's an extremely tall task. I mean, Canelo looked at vicious. We were there ringside. Canelo looked at vicious against Charlo. It's just so easy for everybody to say what Charlo should have been doing, but I mean, Canelo, he looked at vicious, dog. A lot better than that. When I looked at him, I thought it was over with when I seen him with Ryder, and then I seen him against Charlo. I talked to Bud about him and Canelo, and I would always tell him that's a great fight for you. It's a fight that's a winnable fight. Um, but after seeing him and Charlo, I think Canelo might be too big for Bud. He might be. You know what I'm saying? Um, 68 is a long way to go for Crawford. 68. But if anybody can do it, Terrence Crawford can. If anybody can do it, it's Terrence Crawford.
CYP.
Yo, Billy Bill. Billy Bill.
CYP.
Hey,
CYP, what's up with the king?
hey, man. Shit. Y'all ain't gonna believe this shit, right? But I was doing some discoveries. It had nothing to do with this. But I found something that I'm ashamed of myself and us. Do we realize that WBA super welterweight division has to have two supers to it for you to be the champion? Devin is the super like the super, right? The super. If you're super welterweight, has to be super. Any other weight class could just be the WBA super. But I was looking at my man Austin Trout. Austin Trout was actually the regular champion. He was never the super. That was Floyd, then Cotto. Then when Floyd retired, they elevated Lara. Lara fought Devin Hurd. He lost it. Austin Trout was never in that equation. He was the regular super welterweight champion since 2011. That's before he even fought Cotto.
CYP,
That's the belt.
you just made
Go
Bill
ahead.
jump off, bro. You just made Bill jump off.
Yeah. Listen.
No, I'm
He
here.
won't jump back,
I'm
bro,
here.
because they
I'm
all
here.
about the
No, I'm
smoke. They
here.
all about the smoke.
CYP, keep cooking.
So
CYP, keep cooking,
the
baby.
reason why I brought that up is because y'all be trying to disrespect email champions and reggae belts. Cool. Well, let's put some emphasis on that shit. Real champions versus Reggie champions, right? That means that Tank, we all know, is the Reggie champion. Regular champion. Okay, cool. And Devin's the real champion. Straight up. That's just how it is. No feelings. Well, then you have to admit that Austin Trout was not the real champion. He was the Reggie champion, just like Tank. They're both the same. Look it up. I didn't even know this because at that weight division, it's called the super welterweight division. So when you see WBA, you see super, you think that's the super champion. No, he's not. It's just called the super welterweight division. So it's easy to get confused. So allow me to apologize for not seeing that shit earlier to help TBV out. But motherfucker, Austin Trout was a regular fucking champion. Fuck the bullshit. Let's give credit to the real champs. Devin Haney, his pops is here. He's the real champion. You're hearing CYP say Tank is not the real champion at 135. That is Devin. He is simply the Reggie. So what kind of Reggie was Austin Trout smoking? I ain't fucking with that shit. That was the discovery CYP just said. And some of y'all still probably confused, but look it up. You will see WBA super welterweight. You will not see WBA super welterweight. Those are two different titles. The shit is crazy. It's easy to be confused. Austin Trout, I'm sorry, my man. I got to put you to the regular category. You've just been discovered. I'm gone.
Bro, my man ain't spilled nothing.
Ain't shit. He just went on a. Yo, you do know that every other division is a super, right? So Devin right now, Devin formerly was at lightweight. Now he's at super lightweight. And then after that comes welterweight. And what you think come after that?
Super welterweight.
Yo, gotta love CYP.
Boy, that coffee's strong in the morning.
Man.
Let's see what we got. We got Jay Billy. You made the cut.
Jay Billy, what up?
Trying again.
Or not?
Man, you know CYP coming back for y'all. You know that, right? You know CYP.
Are we coming?
CYP.
We hear you, Jay Billy.
Yo, Bill still on?
He is. He won all the smoke.
Yes, sir.
Salam alaikum, big dog.
Hey, walaikum salam, brother. How are you, sir?
Man, I can't complain, but man, I just got a few comments to make because Bill just got me going again. I'm the one that's usually calling out Shakur for the way he's been moving and the whole process of getting an offer for the Dell fight. So I just hate, man. I hate what the relationship has come to because I heard you explain it last time. Like they came up together, you know. You took them to tournaments together. Now he's turning around calling you a bitch on interviews. Y'all still got me? Am I breaking up? Am I good?
You good, Jay Billy.
Man, that shit is just. And this
Anybody,
man
any
going
man that
interviews
calls
talking about he a real
any
nigga.
man,
Ness, let me tell you something. You say we don't get that interview because we don't got a million yet. Let me tell you something. The bitches don't want to come and get the smoke from the real niggas. There's too much real shit going on over here. So he gonna run from that smoke. I'm sorry to tell you. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna keep on doing these little interviews where they're gonna let him control the narrative, where they're not gonna debate him on what he's saying. You feel me? And bring up things that's gonna negate what he's saying. You feel me? Like a real nigga would have took that 25%. But now you doing all this rah rah. Like why are you still doing this? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dev. This man been moving the right way. Shout out to them dogs, Dev, Tio, Ryan, never ducking shit. Never ducking shit. I'll always give them their credit. You feel me? Because they deserve it. This Shakur shit, man, this shit been rubbing me the wrong way off rip. Y'all still got me? Am I breaking up?
You
You
good?
there?
Yeah, man. So I don't know, Bill. Is it like still that option still on the table, or is the bridges being burned? Because that's what it feels like right now. He's just burning the bridge.
man, first of all, any man that's calling another man a bitch has bitch in him. It sounds,
Facts.
you know what I mean? That's something that you don't do with other men because we're making a fight and you saying, so, you know what I mean? I don't pay no attention to that weirdo ass nigga's he's a weirdo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We ain't
Facts.
did nothing but show him love. We ain't do nothing but show the guy love, right? Fucking with him. I ain't never
You
said
may
nothing
feel like
bad
Facts.
it's
to
your
him.
time,
I ain't never said bad.
but it's
The
not
shit
your
blew
time.
up. The shit blew up because we love the fans, because we love and appreciate the fans, and we don't want to lie to them, and we don't want when somebody is asking me something, right? And I know Shakur's a big nigga. He got to come with team as big niggas and all the shit. But when it comes down to it, for the next dad that's watching and some other big niggas, they over there talking about your son and all that shit. You gonna let the shit go, or you gonna say what it is? I didn't want to be mixed up in that shit. I didn't want to say it, but of course they asking me, man, what's going on? I said it's a publicity stunt. Would you have rather me kept it in? No, that's a bitch ass nigga that's going to know what's going on, feel some type of way, and then rub him, and then you don't say something because of a narrative of what people are going to think. So for the next dad or
He got a phone call.
Well, up. We get him
Back.
back.
He back.
Oh, lost
He
him
gone.
again.
He gone.
Well, hopefully we could get him back. I know we still had a few callers looking to speak to Bill,
Word.
but appreciate Bill
I
for
don't even want to
joining
go
us.
to no caller now because then it's like, yo, I wanted to ask Bill something. So now we got to wait.
Well, let me read a couple of these super chats in the meantime, champ.
Talk to us.
We got Nate, $10 celebrating their 20th super chat on
That's
a
dope
live
that they
stream.
do that now,
Yeah.
right?
He said Devin has skyrocketed his. I wonder what CYP's is gonna say. He said Devin has skyrocketed his career and has built a phenomenal resume in a matter of 2 years. At just 24 years old, he's already 10 times a fighter than someone like Boo Boo Andrade. Tip Bayless, member for 5 months at the champ level, says, Bill, why'd y'all choose Regis over Matias? Read that one. Average boxing fan, $2, says, tell BH to not bow down to Tank as B-side. He the champ. Optimus Prime, $10 says, if you want honor roll, go to Ringwalk Geographics. If you have slow, take your ass to the resource room at CYP Discoveries. $10 from Jacob says Devin said the 25% was more than Shakur's last 3 combined. Not now. Bill saying it would have been at least 4 million. Shakur makes
No, Bill's saying let's take 16 million as the pot. 4 million is more than he ever made. But again, do your own math. Don't take that, right? 16 million right? Divided into, let's say, $80, is 200,000 pay-per-view buys.
And that's
So
what he was saying, that this is a fight that everybody's been wanting and talking about.
they would have to sell that for sure to get there. Bill, what's your hypothetical pay-per-view buy number on Shakur Stevens, Devin Haney versus Shakur Stevenson undisputed fight?
You said what is it?
What was your hypothetical lowest rock bottom number, Devin Haney versus Shakur
What
Stevenson?
next though? Because it definitely matters when that fight
I
takes
didn't.
place.
If it would
I
have happened,
didn't.
if it would have
I
happened
didn't.
before
I
Regis,
didn't.
if negotiation would have never went south, if everything would have played out perfect, if he would have took the 25%, what did you envision that fight doing the most and the least?
I envisioned it being a great position for Dev because Dev had went and did all the heavy lifting, had went to Australia, had fought um, Lomachenko. So I think that it was a great position for Devin to be in with all the belts, and then to do something as bold and brash as fight a young and talented Shakur Stevenson, something that a lot of um, couch potatoes wouldn't do. You know what I mean?
Yep. Real Boxing TV says, Bill, why was Devin in a hurry to get the TO belt when he said he was retired, but don't want the smoke with Tio for the belt? Devin's easiest undisputed ever.
Um, But the thing about it is, he whipped the shit out of a guy that beat the shit out of T.O. Do y'all have, y'all really think about it, or do y'all try not to remember the ass whipping that George Kambosos put on T.O.? I know it hurts. It hurts y'all. I know it hurts that Lomachenko said that, he was hurt. He didn't fight for 6 rounds, and then he said that with Devin, that he was perfectly healthy. But then he said that he went to look for Devin at the hospital after the fight. Make this make sense, Ness. Make this make sense. They said that he went to look for Devin out of his own mouth. He said he was at the hospital looking for Devin. Make it make sense, Ness.
I can't. I
And they
got
keep talking, about T.O. as if you haven't seen T.O. get his ass whipped out viciously, knocked all down. You know what I mean?
but but
Hit
but
all
but
upside
but
his
but
head and
there's an
shit.
argument, Bill. Like T.O.
Well,
looked
I'll
bad in
tell you
his
what the
last
argument
fight.
is, and I'll tell you what the argument is. You ain't seen that shit happen to Devin. I'll tell you that's what the fucking argument is.
Mm. I mean, there's an argument. T.O. did, looked bad in his last fight, then had the greatest performance of his career. Are you expecting that with Regis? Because Regis,
Uh,
some say, looked bad in his last fight, but he could turn it around and do the same thing T.O. did. Look the best in his next fight. Be more motivated in this fight.
yeah, I mean, whatever.
He said they ain't got shit to do with us over here.
So,
Yeah,
what about
you
the
know what I'm
fact?
saying? Ring walk. You know what I'm saying? Ring walk.
What about the fact
But
that? What about the fact that he's relocated camp? This is the first time he's ever left Houston. He's in L.A. training now.
How this is the
well,
first time he got a
Miss-
house in LA?
well, I hope he has the best training camp because, like I said, that gives Devin the opportunity to, you know what I mean, to rise to his highest heights. He's been working really hard, you know what I mean, and he needs somebody like a Regis Prograis to bring it out. But what are they gonna say? What if and when Devin dominates Regis Prograis, inshallah, what is people gonna say about it?
I mean, you know what they gonna say. It don't matter because T.O. beat Taylor and Taylor beat Regis. Boxing
Well,
fans,
what?
they they
Okay,
they
so,
they they
but
they,
what I'm
they
saying is you can't get past that you got whipped out by George. How you gonna do that? How you gonna find a way to? And the guy that whipped
cause you
you
only
out,
as good as your last fight. His last fight, he looked great. He did Taylor dirty.
or was it the Taylor didn't look good? You see what I'm saying? It fuck all that, man. You know what I'm saying? That what it is. Devin has a tremendous opportunity to step further ahead of the young generation by taking on a super talented, aggressive, two-time champion out of that New Orleans, man. You know what I'm saying? So now, once Devin beats Regis,
Lost him again.
I gotta ask him who he thinks is a tougher opponent. Bill, not
yeah,
who's more accomplished, not who has more accolades. Who do you think is the tougher fight?
Between
Isaac
who?
who?
Cruz,
Out of who?
Isaac Cruz or Regis Prograis?
Regis program. Isaac Cruz ain't doing nothing with no Regis program, man. You see what Isaac Cruz did with Cabrera?
Yeah. You guys spar
That's no,
Cabrera a lot, huh?
yeah.
I got Real Boxing says, how Devin gonna say Tio not the man at 140? That's trying to push a narrative. Devin not like that. Haney, to some, lost to Loma. Bill, you a hater.
Mm, listen.
How you a hater? Because you loving your son. They funny.
No. But what I'm saying is because they trying to push that narrative. They trying to push that Lomachenko narrative. Lomachenko got his ass whipped, and he's not even around. And I told y'all when he said what he asked the people to saying that. What do they really believe Lomachenko was at the hospital looking for Devin? Ask them that though. I mean, I don't. Let me ask a question. A time too. Do you believe Lomachenko was at the hospital looking for Devin, or was he at the hospital from punishment that he received from Devin? Because he admitted he was at the hospital, right? They admitted that he was there. So y'all
But
tell
isn't
me.
that common though? Because I've seen
No, it's not
callers
common.
call
Devin is
in.
never.
He got another call. He getting busy. Getting busy over there. We got a lot of callers too. We gonna keep it moving while we get him. When we get him back, we gonna go straight to the callers. Apologies.
He
Bill,
back.
never mind that answer. Never mind that answer. You got a lot of people here waiting to talk to you, so we gonna shut up and let them talk to you. We got Treese. Go.
All right.
Trees.
Treese. No, that's he ain't
Oh.
connect yet. Going once. All right. Treese.
Yo,
I hear you.
what up, though? Hey, I just want to get on here and say, we team Haney around here. Bill, I like what you got going on. Uh,
Your service is terrible,
Yeah,
champ.
you.
we about
Yo, we gonna
to
reconnect
knock.
you. You're not doing good, so instead of wasting time, Stone Bone.
What up? What up?
What
What's the
up?
word?
What up, though?
What up with it? Assalamu alaikum, my brother.
Hey, Walika Masalam, Rahman to Allah, Barakatuh, brother. Thank you. Thank you, King.
Man, man, blessings, man. It's a lot everything work out for y'all, man. I don't even want to drag it in the mud, you know what I mean? Like, your son is a beautiful example of Islam. Is doing great things for the culture, especially in a time where old biblical things are, you know what I mean, putting bad spotlights. Old biblical beasts are putting bad spotlights on the life. You know, it ain't even a religion; it's the life. So I just want to stay focused on the positive your son is doing. And what do you, as a Regis, as a fighter, you see he got shorter arms. You saw he can deal with boxers a little bit, but if you're a boxer with good pacing, you saw Josh Taylor able to give him some good trouble. He was able to rough Regis up a little bit. But Regis is a comeback guy. You know, later on in that fight, after being down on the road, he kept coming. He didn't fold. He didn't stop trying to win that fight. It ended up being a closer fight later than what was going on during the mid parts of the fight. So when you breaking down Regis, what are some things that I know you don't want to leak none, but do you think are some things that a fighter should be concerned about with Regis? Decent, the power is decent. You see him in spots where it looks amazing. Then if he don't hit you flush, you know what I mean, it doesn't look as good. what do you rate Regis as? Give me like a number from 10. And what are some things that you guys are going to be watching out for to deal with Regis? And don't let them drag you in the mud, man. And you're a grown ass man. You got to speak up on your son to check. Shakur is a personal friend of mine, but he's a kid, you know. And I understand when
Yes.
kids are out there running their mouth. So he gonna keep talking because that's what kids do. You speak up when it gets disrespectful, as you should. And as a CEO of DHP, you supposed to always talk that shit. So don't let them drag you in the mud, but don't never let them set you up. Don't ever let them do that. But yeah, what you think of Regis, man?
Hey, man, that was great. That was a great question, though, and just the energy that you give to that you given to us, bro. I really appreciate that. Regis is a guy that at spots you can go to sleep on. You know, like you go to sleep because he has that pace, and you think that he don't have the power, but then he got deceiving power. But then you'll go to sleep on him, and then bam, you know what I mean? So this is the kind of fight that I believe that the Linares fight helped us. The Jojo Diaz fight helped us. Um, stay down. When we start getting in his ass, don't get up off of him, Dev. You know what I'm saying? Stay in that nigga's ass. Keep him on the defense. Keep using that motherfucking hand speed. He can't get no new hand speed and 2 months. You can't go buy no hand speed. I don't give a fuck what he do. You know what I'm saying? So put that hand speed on his ass. You know what I'm saying? And watch out for that motherfucking left hand.
Bill, we got more callers here. We're going out to Mike from West Texas. West Texas.
Was Texas.
While we're waiting on Mike to connect, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. We rocking out live with Bill Haney taking calls. Mike, you there? All right, Mike, we're going to try. Next up, looks like Bill left. All right, Bill's back. We got Huang out of Houston says, Bill, give Danny the wall and bring bro to the den. Is that some slang from Houston? Give Danny the wall and bring bro to the dean. Oh, to the dean. That's Muslim. That's Muslim.
Oh yeah.
So what's DAWAH?
The Dawa.
Oh, the dawa. Okay, they want you to bring Danny, make a Muslim now. I don't know. I guess that's what the question is.
There were Allah chooses Muslims, and Danny, you see what he said. You. It's an invitation.
Nah,
Something he
look,
said. Allah put that on his heart.
I've been talking to Champ. I like to ask a lot of questions and
Oh, have
educate
you?
myself. So, I've been talking to Champ and educating myself and, just on different things because it's important
They
to
say
be.
Hispanic.
Go ahead.
They say Hispanic brothers, Latin brothers, or the Latin Hispanic brothers or Latin brothers are um the fastest growing Muslim population.
Yep.
What
That's what,
you was
yeah, Champ
noticing the
was.
surge in Hispanic. Yep.
Yeah, that's what Champ was just telling me and stuff. So, yes, sir. No, definitely
Yep.
like to educate myself. So I've been asking some questions. Best believe. We got Tip Bayless says, when y'all done watching Regis, will you consider unifying with Matthias after you're done doing film studies since you don't know who he is? And tell Dev he better come out to Mac Dre fighting in the Bay.
Oh, ain't no doubt. I love that Mac Dre. Going back to the Bay. Rest in peace, Mac Dre.
But
Yes, sir.
you did say that you will look into Matias as you haven't
Yes,
seen him fight before. So
absolutely, man. Shout out Matthias, man. Keep doing what you're doing, young brother. We hearing some good things about him. And here he's a dangerous fighter, and I look forward to seeing him.
We got
Malcolm Emmanuel, he says, Bill my guy, but he gotta stop with this narrative that Cambosis whooped Tio. Tio won the back half of that fight and got a knockdown late. It was a split decision. Tio was cut against Loma too.
Okay, so what's the narrative? I need to stop doing what?
Stop saying that Kambosos whooped Tio. He's saying that it was a close fight.
Oh, okay.
Tio got a knockdown late in the fight, and then he said that Tio got
Okay, it
cut.
was a close fight. Even though if it's a close fight, Dev whooped the shit out of Cambosos, washed him.
Mm.
So there's no comparison. They can't get around no matter. And I'm not going to talk about Cambosos. I don't want to talk about T.O. I'm just saying is you can't sweep it under the rug as if y'all didn't just see what happened to T.O. You didn't just see the questions about T.O. And then because he beat Josh Taylor, now you want to, everybody is so forgiving and this and that. Not to say he's not a great fighter. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that with his performances and the things that he done, he's behind Dev. He's not in front of Dev.
We got Jonathan Ramirez. I'm not sure what he means, but he says Dad figured me out. Oh, he was.
Oh, they trying to quote you?
Yeah, he trying to quote Dev, from the fight, obviously. Jay Fields, $5 says, who does Bill have on Benavidez
Nah,
versus?
I want some insight on that, Bill. What was your thoughts when Dev
Okay.
said he figured me out?
Well, that's what we wanted it to happen. You know what I'm saying? That's what we wanted him to believe that Devin was going to go that way. We wanted him to do that. We wanted him to throw his left hand and throw his lead left hand. That's what we wanted, Um, when you have a fighter like Loma, he's going to be doing something. You're not going to get him up in there and he's not going to do something. But it's what you let him do or you force him to do, the lesser of the two evils. You know what I'm saying? And while the crowd is screaming, right? The crowd is screaming and this and that, and they're thinking, that's that left, that's that left, that's that left. But he's a right-handed fighter. So I had to send Devin on that side because that was the lesser of the two evils. So it was like getting hit with a double jab. It was like getting hit with a double jab because all of Loma's knockouts have come with a hook on top of the head or came with the lead with the left on the body, on inside on that liver or whatever. So our job was to not give Loma that left side, not give him that left side, the left body shot, but give him that left, that straight left, and make him keep using that going to that, but we were over far enough on that side that he couldn't throw the left and the hook. He couldn't throw his brick and his hook. He could only throw a left. And then he was saying, okay, they were figuring out. And I said, good, but you're faster. Stay that. That's what he's figuring that his best option is. But if I let him think that, so he's thinking, throw the left hand, right? So I took it off of Lomachenko's mind for a split second that he was going to use his right hand. You see what I'm saying? And by the time he figured the fight was over, he says, "Oh, that's what they did. They fucking, you know what I'm saying? They stepped to him and took away his hook, took away his jab." But we never wanted to use the fucking jab. It was a right hand. You know what I'm saying? It was a right hand, and if you throw that jab, when you throw that jab, then you can get countered with the hook over there on that side. So we never was really jabbing him. We were more so throwing the right hand, body, right hand, head, and then going to the right.
All right, I got a couple callers here. You got more super chats?
Yeah, Jay Fields says, who do you have on the Benavidez and Andre fight?
Oh man, the fans are going to be the winners. I'm good friends with both of them. So no, I'm not going. I'm not going to pick that. I'm gonna just hope that they both come out healthy, and have a draw
And then
so they can fight again.
we got Real Boxing TV. Wants to know what your thoughts are on what Hamzat Shemaev had to say about Devin. I'm not sure if you saw the interview or his comments.
Um, yeah, I kind of seen, but also, um, he doesn't understand our culture. He doesn't understand us, as as black men in America. You know what I mean? The slang, the stuff that we say that's so uh so not racist, and it's more so just a cultural thing. A shit talking thing. You know what I'm saying? And not a racist thing. So he needs to shut the fuck up. That's what he needs to do. Because he needs to shut the fuck up. That's what he really needs to do
Did you
and
find?
mind his business. Because he said he unfollowed, and you gonna unfollow a young brother and don't even know the specifics because they said something. Well, because they've said something that you uh that you disagree with, but you don't understand it. He didn't have any malice behind it. And guess what? It's only the white men that keep bringing the shit up because they want to try to ruin the brand. They want to keep rallying around saying that shit. When Devin already said is, and he showed you, I whipped George and I whipped Lomachenko. He stood on business, but he didn't mean it like in no racist tone from Styles. You know what I'm saying? So
I think
that's
it
what
was.
that was.
I'm pretty sure it was like. Well, I was gonna ask you because the video, like that shit. Oh, now it could have still been about
Yeah.
Loma, but it was three and a
No,
half
they
years
they
old.
bring it up. Yeah, no, they bring it up because they can get some clout, and also they can rally amongst the white men. The white men can get together and they can, because shit, we're all competitive. We're all competitive, but it's only white men that keep bringing up the topic, like Paul Malignaggi or this other guy, and it's fighters just trying to ruin fighters' brands, like as if that they're um you know advocates for peace, or like that they're politicians or something. You fucking fighter, man. Shut the fuck up, man. You know that this is a tough sport, and and he's getting asked a bunch of questions, and Loma and the fans have said something, so he came out and said, you know what I mean, what he felt. But it wasn't racist. It was from a boxing perspective, right? Not saying that he's a rocket scientist, or you know what I mean. He's you know anything like that. He's talking about in his sport. He didn't say nobody was better, you know what I mean, personally or emotionally or something like. He just said something in his sport, and they keep continuing to drag that shit on. You know what I'm saying? And I laugh when I see one of them, um, one of the because a lot of strong white guys, a lot of strong white men that it don't bother, but a lot of the moist, wet, soft white men that bring up that shit as if a young man was trying to be racist when he was just being competitive, and your moist, soft ass say that you can't take it.
I got dozens of callers for you. Trees, Toledo. Trees.
Yo, yo,
You coming in so
yo,
far.
yo.
So far, so good.
All right, for sure. I just wanted to call in and say, Bill, we team Haney this way. We fucking with
Yes,
you the long
sir.
way. We know we about to
Thank
knock
you.
Regis shit loose come the ninth. You feel me? I'm looking forward to
Yes.
it. And on sincerity, I just wanted to call in and ask Bill. I just wanted to, in a perfect world, I wanted to know what would you like to see Dev next 3 fights be in the perfect world? You feel me? Like if we line it up, so we dispose of Regis like we supposed to do. What would you like to see
We.
next 3 fights afterwards?
Um, that's extremely hard question though. But thank you though. That's extremely hard question. To give 3 names after we, with a tall task like Regis Prograis up next, to just disrespect him, and then to give one name and then the second name and then the third name. I don't think that I want to do it respectfully, because all them guys is
No,
good, and we got to take each
I
one. Yeah,
respect
yeah,
that,
you know
and
what
I
I'm saying.
respect
We
that,
got
and
to
that's
take
why
each
we
one.
fuck with you, because you humble and we
Yeah.
respect that. That's all we can. That's all. That's what I would like to hear from a trainer. That's good
I
shit.
appreciate it.
But
Thank you, bro.
with Regis, like I say, we team Haney up here in Toledo, Ohio, man. We looking forward to that fight on the 9th, man. And good luck
Yeah,
and best to you, man. We fuck with you
absolutely.
longer.
Hey,
Shout out
listen,
Team
we
Hank.
love that tournament. We love that tournament that goes on up there in Toledo. I love Toledo, Ohio. Right there next to that Detroit. We
Yeah.
got some good friends from
Oh, hey,
huh?
hey, Bill, I got a question for you. Speaking of Detroit, hold on. With
Huh?
Jared Anderson, Toledo, Ohio. I was me, I'm on my we gotta throw something out here one time. With Jared Anderson, how you think of I know you be paying attention to the heavyweights. I was on my Fenninger mode and I was just trying to throw a fight, say Jared Anderson versus Jermaine Franklin up here in Detroit in like the Little Caesars Arena. Is that something that you feel
Man,
me? I
listen,
know you a
hey,
promoter and
Jared,
you know about fights. Is that something that you
Jared
would think would be good business?
No, absolutely. Jared, man, is exciting. He's he's a breath of fresh air for the heavyweight division. I'm watching and paying attention to him. I've been watching his last fights. He's a guy that wears his emotions on his sleeve. You get a chance to you get what you see. See what you get or whatever that is. So I'm a big fan of his as well, man, at Toledo. So I'm pulling for him, and I look forward to seeing him fighting against any of the top guys. And that Franklin boy is a tough dude, though. Now, ain't he?
Yup.
If I'm
Yeah,
right or
that's what
wrong,
I'm saying.
what's
Hey,
Franklin?
like you said, we like Jared said, we here for a good time, not a long time. So we trying to get just something like that. I feel like in Detroit, that would be a great fight. I mean, it's regional, but it's a good name. I know that Toledo, I'm gonna be in the building for something like that for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely, brother. Well, yeah, no, I'm pulling for Jared, man. We need another great American heavyweight, man, to keep this boxing thing going, man. And Jared has the talent. You know what I mean? And he has the talent and he has the team to do it, man. So I'm looking forward to seeing bright things from him.
We got Real Jose up next. While he connects, smash that thumbs up button while you're waiting on YouTube.com.
Hello?
What's
Yo.
up?
Y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yep. Shout out TVV. What's up, coach? Shit,
Hey, good
my
brother.
call
How are
was,
you, sir?
I respect y'all. Y'all been moving pretty humbly, honestly. I wasn't the biggest Devin Haney fan at first because I grew up seeing Devin and Shakur in the amateurs. I see Shakur whenever he fought the tournament, so it's like, damn, he's gonna beat this dude. But Devin was right under. Devin was right under with Danny and some other guys coming up, so he's a really good fighter. Um, I mean, let's get real. Coach, here, I know he's gonna watch freaking Pogos with his jab, man. He's just gonna watch him all 4 rounds. But I like the support guy. I honestly don't like how he's not moving anymore. Um, the Team Haney's growing on me, man. And I wanted to say that I do know a
Bro,
lot
you
of
got a Bluetooth or something? You
Latino
sound pretty
Muslims here
bad.
in the Midwest. So, hold up.
I said you
Y'all
sound
can
pretty
laugh. I
bad.
can.
I don't know if you on Bluetooth or not.
Oh shit! Hold up. Damn.
All good, champ.
So
Try to power through. Or
Yo,
not.
and one last thing, I just wanted to say, hey, shout out Team Haney, shout out you, Coach Haney. I seen y'all got my boy out here from the Midwest, Anthony Adams, in you guys' training camp, man. He out there getting to work with Dev, man. I appreciate you guys supporting fighters from the Midwest because we don't get a lot of support here, man. So shout out to y'all, man. Shout out TBV, shout out Team Haney.
Man, shout out to the Midwest, man.
All
The
right.
Midwest, some real motherfuckers on there out there in that Midwest, man.
We got Alex. What's up?
Hey, good morning. Can you hear me?
Perfect.
All right, excellent. Hey, you're not gonna believe this shit, but did you know the light welterweight division is also called the super lightweight division?
No.
So, if you win the WBA, the super WBA, you can be the super champion. Just wanted to break that news, man. But nah, man. Shout out BH the Great. Appreciate you taking out the time today to speak to some of us. Now, there's one moment that sticks out when I remember the Haneys, and that's when Devin became undisputed champion in Australia. Now, I'm a father, and my son, he does competitive karate, so I've been there with him. And when they win, it's an amazing feeling. But I saw how you looked at him and the big smile you had. What were kind of some of the thoughts that were going through your head? And has that and how what has it done for your relationship to see your son basically, reach the top? That's my question.
It's yeah, thank you. But it was a lot of emotion in that. Just seeing Devin and
Think Bill froze there. Might have got, excuse me, might have got a
Probably got
call.
a phone call, so we won't go to the next call as we want to make sure everybody gets an opportunity to, talk to Bill. We waiting now. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and smash that thumbs up because Bill is answering all the people's calls. I mean, we got 900 people watching, 300 thumbs up. You guys really, really are assholes.
Just called him straight out.
I mean, bro, it's like, come on, bro. Like, why would you act that way? Bill, what up?
right. Sorry about that. Yeah, but Ness, to answer the gentleman's
Alex?
question, Alex. Yeah, to answer Alex's question. Though that was a great question, but um, man, I was looking at Dev and I was just like had so much emotion for just seeing him accomplish something that he set out to do, something that he was going to go do. Devin went and did that. You know what I mean? We were there to witness it. I was there to witness him accomplish one of a big goal that he had in life to become undisputed. A lot of people was telling us. Don't do it. You're gonna get robbed, so on and so forth. But to see him and to live in his dream and to accomplish it was amazing.
We got Caesar, Vegas.
What sound okay?
What up, champ?
What up? What up? Uh, well, I don't really have a question, man. I just wanted to say congratulations on all the hard work you put in, uh, Mr. Haney, with
Thank you.
your son, man. I mean, just
Thank you.
watching you guys grow in the sport and being a part of it from the beginning, when he first became pro, to what he's done now, and still going strong. I mean, champion after champion, accomplishment after accomplishment. Man, it's just something truly inspiring, bro. So I just want to commend you on that. And
Thank you.
what was that? I had something else I wanted to say, but yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I appreciate you coming on and being a man of the people. Not everybody has the balls to come on here and answer the tough questions. So I commend you for that, and just a great show, Ness and Danny, and TBE for life, baby.
Appreciate you,
Appreciate the
champ.
call, champ.
Thank
Rocky, 954.
Hey, good morning, TVV, Nuss, Danny, Mr. Haney. How y'all doing?
you.
Straight.
Blessings. Blessings.
All right, all right. Yo, Bill. First and
Yes.
foremost, I gotta give you props for saying Sabril Matisse's name. That's a tough and rough matchup for Devin if y'all make that unification, man. Exciting fight. I don't know that Devin has faced a pressure fighter to that level like Matisse is. So
Yes.
as a fan, I would love to see that next if everything goes right with Regis.
Yes.
Yes,
I'm hearing a lot of
yes,
good
sir.
things
And
about.
then also, yes, sir. And then I just wanted to say, man, I gotta keep it real. Y'all gotta see Lopez if you want to be number one at 40. At 140, Lopez already beat two dudes on the pound for pound, and we know he took a L to Cambosis, but he came back from that. And it's about how you come back. That's the mark of a champion. So, hey, Dev got to see Lopez, man.
Or does Lopez got to see Devin?
Not at 140, Mr. Haney. Not at 140. Who's the man at 140?
Well,
Yeah,
you
what?
tell me who's. No, I'm waiting on
I
you. Are
just
you?
wanted
I
to.
thought you. I was waiting on you to say who's the man at
No, no,
140.
oh, Teofimo's the man at 140. He's the lineal. He's the lineal. He's the man that beat the man.
Okay. Okay, I respect that. I
Agreed
respect
or
your opinion. I
disagree?
respect your opinion. No, I respect your opinion. I respect it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just that
No doubt.
no, but the fight that Regis had with Josh Taylor, competitive fight, was it a unanimous or was it a split? Which one, Danny?
Um,
I'll let you know one sec.
it was a close fight. I don't remember if it was unanimous or not. I know it was close.
Yeah, me neither. I know
It
it's
was a
close too.
majority decision,
A majority decision. Okay.
so
So it was
definitely a close
a,
fight.
it was close. So it was a close fight. You know what I mean? And then for Taylor to then come back and have um, with Catterall, it's close, man. It's close. They're both really good fighters and dangerous fighters too. I just don't want to take away from Regis and give it to Tio, or take
No,
away from Tio, and give it to Regis.
absolutely.
They're both, yeah, they're both bad motor scooters, man.
You may feel like it's your time, but it's not your time.
But it's not your time.
It
We
ain't your
got
time.
average boxing fan.
Yo,
Gotta unmute.
Buenos dias. Can you guys hear me?
top of the
Yes,
morning.
sir.
What's up, Bill Haney? I just have something to say, man. Please, 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 do not bow down to no Tank, bro. I don't. A few months back, Des threw a show talking about Tank should be the A side, the Devin, and that shit kind of made me mad because I don't understand why the motherfucking undisputed champ should be the B side to a motherfucker that ain't got no belts.
He got that pay-per-view belt, baby.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you know
but
what
that's
I?
that's that's that's
Hey,
that's
hey, but you
fucking
know what
numbers,
I
dog.
don't
That's
understand? You know what I don't
I don't I don't
understand is
I don't think the
so
king should
many
bow down to
people.
no motherfucker, no challenger at all, bro.
Yeah, but you know what? What's even more disheartening to me is people know A side, but they only know one A side. You know what I mean? Like if Tank,
Yeah.
they clearly are. He's the A side. He's the A side. He's the A side. Right? He's the A side. Right? So, and this is what you're supposed to do when you're the B side. When you're the B side, right? But when clearly Devin will accept the B side to Tank for the people, but fuck the people if you're not going to say that Devin is then the A side to anyone else. Like, so Devin just the B side to every fucking body. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we have this A side, B side shit, well, who is he the A side to and who is he the B side to? You know what I mean? Okay,
Yup.
so who else is Devin the B side to, Ness? He's the B side to um fucking Tank
Just
Davis. We
Tank.
agree. We just Tank. So why in the fuck was Shakur acting like he wasn't the fucking B side and took the fucking offer then?
I mean, that's his prerogative, and he could also have more value of himself, but outside looking in, he was the B side.
Right. So how much value can we have going like the caller is saying is with the Devin shit, with Devin and Tank?
I
What's
mean,
the do we have to take any offer? Do you take what do you
I mean,
what's the barometer?
according to Calvin Ford, yeah, you got to take what Tank sends you. He
Okay.
he
So
specifically said, "I bet you if Tank sends Shakur an offer, he won't take what Tank sent him."
okay. So how does that work then? Ness?
I mean,
Explain that.
you got to understand, Mayweather only gave Victor Ortiz 2.5 million. And he was able to
Right.
get in the biggest fight of his life. He's able to spin that into a movie deal and be Victor Ortiz for the rest of his life. Like, sometimes the opportunity is bigger than the paycheck.
Right. But when it comes to Devin, then that's different. So Devin is the only one that should
No,
make those sacrifices.
Shakur should have took the fight, but he didn't. So that's on him. if
You
Devin
may
is
feel
offered
like
the
it's your
fight
time,
and he
but it's
decides
not
not
your
to take
time.
it, that's also on him. But if he decides to take it, then he, you know, puts himself in a position to
Man,
possibly be the A
Shakur,
side.
Shakur never had no other thing other than 50-50. He still say 50-50, dog. He said 50-50 at the WBC. He said 50-50. He said 50-50 in negotiations. He said 50-50. That's all he done ever said. And we said that you were crazy. How could you be 50-50? You want 50-50 and you don't even have the belt. You didn't go to Australia. You didn't beat Lomachenko. You didn't do none of the shit. So how can you have 50-50? But that's not a duck. He never countered with nothing else. You've never heard him say anything other than 50% out of that. And he's clearly not the fucking A side
Yeah,
on the
but you
shit.
know
That's
why he
why he's
didn't
bad business.
counter? He
You know
didn't.
what? It's bad business. It's bad business, bro.
He
Bad
didn't
business.
counter because he went to the sanctioning bodies,
So what I'm saying is the sanctioning bodies do not make the fights. They only sanction the fights. You
and
can't go to a
they're
sanctioning
only
body
in control of one belt. That was his
and you
mistake,
only
thinking that they control all the belts.
listen, absolutely. You can't expect a sanctioning body to negotiate a fight for a WBA, WBO, and the IBF and the Ring magazine to be included and their fucking
Guidelines.
bylaws or their fucking guidelines. Their fucking guidelines don't fit all the rest of the shit. But everyone act like that they don't understand this shit, right? But when it came time, oh yeah, when it came time, like they said about the white boy, right? When it came time for us, nobody was saying nothing. Like Floyd. Floyd never came and said nothing about the offer. You know what I mean? Because you know what type of nigga he is. You see what I'm saying? He already done showing what type of nigga he is. So he comes in when it's two blacks that are going back and forth. But when we were offered that, you never pop out. And you got the biggest platform and everybody knew that we were taking a fucked up deal, but he never came out and said nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because he's jealous, envious, and you know what I mean, of anybody that's trying to break
Jealous of what
his record
exactly?
or trying to do anybody that's trying to do like just like this is. We keep saying this pretty boy Floyd shit, this other shit, right? This TBE shit, right? But look at Devin's shit. Look at the numbers of Devin at 24. Look at Floyd at 24. We killing him, smashing him. Look at the competition. Look at the money. Look at all the shit. When he, when he was 24, he was stuck in contract disputes and stuck in shit that he couldn't fight. And he wasn't a whole man. He couldn't really be himself and he couldn't really be TB at 24. Now you talk about Devin, but he knows it, but he's not gonna come out and tell the world what a great job Devin has done. So, but he come out and say, hey, he might be fighting on December the 9th, bring it on. We whipping you out in all the other numbers at 24. So shit, come on. It takes time to build. It takes time to build up both
What do you
sides.
think he's
So,
envious of? You called him envious.
um, because Devin didn't sign to him. He wanted to be. Devin wanted to be everything that he kept telling us that you should want to be, is to be a boss and to be in control of your career and not signed and to Bob Arum. Not make the mistake that you were signed to long term with Bob Arum or Oscar De La Hoya or whoever. You know what I'm saying? Just being in control of your destiny, right? So we did it. We did it without his help. You know what I'm saying?
Got a
So
few
for
more
him to come
callers,
back,
Bill.
yeah. So for him to come back and to say what we should be in our business, man, he should get out of Devin's business, mind his own business, and then everybody will be all right.
Mm. Um, I would have preferred you say he should, if he want to be in our business, won't he come do some tank business? You feel me?
Listen,
We
we
got
listen. Dev, hey, wait. Let me just tell you though. Dev has had a relationship with that man for forever. They're friends. You know what I'm saying? They're friends. Rightfully so, and I hope that they stay friends. You know, if Floyd was concerned about Tank or concerned about Devin, right? And they both wanted it like they say they want it, then he would have done the best to make the fight happen with them. You know what I'm saying? If he's the Floyd that we know him to be. If Tank wants it and Devin wants it, and you know both of them,
and the people want it, then you would have done your best to make it happen. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Godfather, you up? Godfather going once, two times. Gotta unmute that mic.
Oh,
We hear you.
you can hear me?
Yep.
Shout shout out to TBV. Shout out to the big homie Bill Haney.
Appreciate you,
Uh,
King.
my first question is I've been doing some portrait paintings for fighters and trainers for you and the champ.
Oh, you have? Hit. Hey, Ness,
Yeah,
won't you get, or Danny, can you get his information?
Yeah,
DM me, champ.
And
DM
then,
me and we'll get that
and
forwarded
then
to
you can,
Bill.
yep, and then you can send him mine. You can send him
all
mine.
right,
Either one of y'all. Send him my information.
all right. I got a couple more questions if I can get it in. Some of the guys want to know who are you referring to when you mentioned Bone and Dirt when you were speaking to Gary Russell Jr.
Oh, Bone.
Yeah,
You know
Bone and
Bone
Dirt.
and Dirt. Yeah, Bone and Dirt. Legendary niggas off the one from Baltimore and one from DC. Kurt Bone.
Gotcha. Okay. And the last thing,
You
some
know
of the
what I'm
guys
talking
in the
about? You
chat
know what I'm
said
talking about?
they want to know. Nah, I'm gonna have to do my homework.
And anybody to hear about Kurt Bone, go on Kurt Bone. I think he got a YouTube channel out, have putting some hell of a content out. Kurt Bone and
It,
Dirt is Lorenzo Simpson's ex-manager. You good dude out of Baltimore. Both of them Baltimore, DC, from that DMV. Good stand-up dudes, man. Shout out to them. I don't even know what I had said about them. I don't even remember.
yeah, I think you just mentioned them. But last thing, some of the guys in the chat they want to know if you got politics in the future after boxing, since you can spin things really really well.
Hey, listen, man. I don't be spinning the shit. I just be telling the truth. It spins because they come with some bullshit, and when I serve it, it got a spin to it.
So what did you mean when you said if the fight is hot at 130? I never heard your response to that
I
when they
said
were
if the fight is
recording.
hot for him,
Uh,
when Shakur
mention
is at 130, Shakur can come up to 140 pounds at if we up at 140 pounds and the fight is hot. It don't matter. If
I got
Devin's
you.
at
Okay, I got
140, they're only 5 pounds between each other. And I never said that Shakur wasn't a bad motherfucker. I didn't say that Devin
you.
wasn't a bad motherfucker. I told him that the gap when we first came and seen you, it was a gap to where there's no gap. There was no gap,
Yeah.
and it would be a great fight. You see what I'm saying? That's what I said. There's no gap in the sparring that we seen last from when he said, I'm tired. There was no gap then, right?
You may
There's no
feel like
gap
it's
in
your time,
comparison to the
but it's not your
fighters
time.
that he's fighting, right? To whereas if we look at his opponents and say, oh shit, Shakur putting in that work. He putting in that work. Yeah, you put in that work with Herring, you did. Oh, you put in that work with Diaz. Boy, you worked Diaz over like a motherfucker, right? Um, but, and I'm saying that sarcastically, you know what I'm saying? So, we have nobody run with it. But what
90
what are we
seconds.
you
talking
talking about
about?
Valdez?
Yeah, I'm saying about little Valdez, little bitty Valdez. You know what I'm saying? And he's a hell of a warrior, hell of a fighter, hell of a
But
and
what you
he
mean he
and he brought
little,
his own.
Bill? What you mean he was at 130 before Shakur? Shakur moved up.
What what I'm saying when you talk about Devin and Shakur and you compare them to where they are and the other guys, Oscar Valdez loses to both of them.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? He loses to both of them. And I'm saying is, with respect to what he's done, we haven't seen anything that's super impressive. We've seen nothing that he's done that's super impressive. What's
Who?
super
Who?
impressive to me,
Who?
Shakur. Shakur.
Come on, Bill. I
Shakur.
mean, what he got? 16
No, no, come
fights,
on, I'm
two
saying for
division
you. No,
champ.
no, why don't you do this? Why don't you be impressed? And I have my own opinion, Ness. You're impressed, and I'm not impressed. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
But
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 that's
but
nothing
that's what
wrong with
I'm
that.
just
That's just
questioning.
no. I
I'm
don't have
just
to. I don't have to. Yeah, yeah. But I'm saying is, but because of what I know about boxing and because what I've been around leads me to not be impressed. But that doesn't mean that it's not impressive to someone else that doesn't know what's going on behind
but,
and on the back. You know what I mean?
but you saying a two division champ, one time unified, that's not impressive?
Not to us, not to me. And when I said that, when I said, and I meant and I said the wrong thing when I said tune-up fight about Shakur. I said not tune-up fight, stay busy fight. That's what I meant to say. Those guys are staying busy fight with Devin as we go up like this. As we go up, there are guys that um, pro- um, propose challenges. There are guys that will bring out the best in Devin. You know what I mean? But I'm not. I'm not impressed with what Shakur has done thus far, right?
Mm,
I'm
all
just
right.
not, not,
Couple
or
more
not, not,
calls.
not. Ness, not overly impressed. Where you do I feel? Am I Do I have respect for what he's done? And do I, you know what I mean? Have respect for him? Yes. But am I impressed with it? No, I'm not impressed.
Um, Adrian in Uruguay.
Hi guys, shout out to you, Bill, you and your son. I just wanted to, say thanks to you and your son for actually taking the hard fights, fighting Lomachenko, fighting Cambosos twice in Australia, and that's really big for the fans. Somebody who's going, who's trying to make history. And I wanted to ask you, you guys seems like you're up for challenges. If Gervonta Davis wants to fight and give you guys a deal like the Ryan Garcia deal, would you guys take it?
I,
Like catch weight and retardation clause?
He
he
jumped
dropped
off.
off. He started getting that bad service.
Ah,
But you're essentially asking, would he take the Javante Davis fight with
yeah,
rehydration clause?
yeah.
We'll make sure to ask him when he come back, Adrian.
Thank you guys.
All right. I'm going to hold off on taking calls until we get him back because I don't want to skip anybody. We last stopped off at Real Boxing TV, but these next two seem to be for Bill as well. So we're going to give him a few seconds here, see if he joins us. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and smash the thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe. Help us get to that 1,000,000 subscribers. Only you can help us get there. Help this episode get to 1,000 likes so that more people know that we're talking boxing and that we got Bill on the line. Do not jump off the line if you're on the landline. You will lose your place in queue without a doubt.
But I mean, shit, we might as well get to some more callers just in case. No,
I mean, it's going to be unfair, so just giving it a few.
for sure, for sure. Make sure to share both on YouTube and Twitter Spaces. Help get this out to the boxing community.
I wish there was a way to know who wanted to talk to Bill and who didn't, right? Then you got to at least go to somebody.
Shit,
But in the meantime, in
that's true.
between time, hit that thumbs up. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. All right, all right. So maybe he had to take an important phone call. So looks like we might have to keep it moving. Um, yeah. Hopefully everybody in queue didn't want to talk to Bill. We got I am real calls 951.
Shit, at the end of the day, that was, a treat for those that got the opportunity.
Yup. Calls. What up? Twitter. Yep.
All right.
Calls. All right. Chad.
From Canada. Keeping us international, man.
Chad, got to unmute, brother.
Chad in Canada.
Hey guys,
What's
how
What's
up?
are you?
up? All
I was
good.
I won't lie. I was hoping to talk to Bill. So big shout to you guys for providing that opportunity, man. It was great. And, there was some really good questions people had, so I enjoyed that. But I don't have too much
Anything
to say, guys.
anything in particular you wanted to ask him in case he jumps on while you're gone? No? Okay. He's there, he's gone?
Yeah, he
Okay.
gone.
All right. All right.
We got calls.
Nah, he didn't pick up. See if it works.
Yeah, I'm trying
Yep.
him again.
Hello?
Yep.
We hear you, brother.
Oh, I just wanted to ask Bill Haney that what does he think when the media asks Tank and Leonard Earlby about fighting Haney, but they always seem to ignore the question. Like for some reason, like it seems that Tank gets bothered when they ask about Devin Haney, and also I feel like the whole Shakur and Devin Haney situation it started with like Floyd because I don't know if you guys remember on an interview he said like he would like to see Tank fight Teofimo, and then he'll like to see Shakur and Devin fight. Like technically saying like, oh, just leave Tank alone. But that's what I wanted to ask Bill, but he like left. I don't know. What you guys think?
Yeah, I don't know about leave Tank alone, but yeah, I mean it definitely started from Floyd. You know, he's very influential.
Yeah, and also yeah, because that's where it started. Like, because Floyd said like he wanted to see Shakur and Haney, then like Tank and Teofimo, but I don't know. Like, it's just pretty funny to me, like how Tank and Leonard they just like they get bothered every time when they get asked about Haney or even Shakur. Like, I don't know. That's or I don't know. Like, what do you guys think? Do you guys think it bothers them? Like, because they actually think that those two guys are a threat to him?
I don't know. I don't know.
If they think it's a threat,
I think that they might be bothered because they feel that they're better. So they're like, "Oh,
why you bringing him up?
yeah,
Type
you
shit.
keep bringing them up." But again, we won't know till they actually fight.
Yeah, yeah, good call. Calls. Thanks for calling in, champ. Looks like we got Jay Dykeman.
Yo, 1 2 1 2.
You good?
What
What's
up?
good, everybody? Hey, I wanted to ask Bill a question, so I'll just wait in queue until it's my turn again.
If he comes, champ. Trey Omaha.
So if they pass up they call, is that like the free call or they coming back?
Trey Omaha.
You may feel like it's your time.
Unmute that mic. What up? We got a super chat here from Superstar Stat. You got that? Bill, what's your background in boxing?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, we were waiting for Bill, but he's not here. So just want to at least let you know we see those last two super chats by Superstar AT and the real McCoy, but they seem to be for Bill.
Yeah, and then the real McCoy said Gary Antoine Russell was somewhere licking his chops like a silent lion, waiting for the opportunity.
That's funny because he didn't take the opportunity with Rolly when ordered by the WBA. Uh-oh. He's back. Yup.
Oh,
Nope. No connection.
all right.
Majid, you there? Majid. Not connecting. Unmute. Nothing. All right. Mike, West Texas.
What's up, fellas? Can y'all hear me?
What up? What
Straight.
up?
Yeah, I really wanted to talk to Bill, but I guess I'll just I'll just talk to y'all guys, man. This is what I tune in for, anyways, man. But I will say this though, like I'm just listening to Bill, man. One thing that I noticed, he said, man. First, I wanted to congratulate him and his son, man. What they're doing is it's a wonderful thing to see, like the father son connection. That's always good to see, man. And what they're doing, I ain't got no hate for them. I hope they get all the money they can get. But I will say it is like one thing that he said about Shakur, like he said, when another man calls another man a bitch, he's got bitch in him. But in the beginning of the interview, when they asked him about Shakur, that's the first thing he said. He called Shakur a bitch. I didn't understand that. Like, come on, man. Like, you got a powerful voice, man, and you scooping down to this man's level. Another thing I wanted to ask him was, that discussion we had the other day, and that's about Dana White and
Yeah.
how what he thinks about boxing and where boxing is going. Like, I know David Haney and his dad, they want to be the face of boxing. They want to be that A side. But being the A side comes with a lot of responsibility. It's for the sport as well. Like I really wanted to ask him, once he gets to that level he's trying to reach to, how could he make boxing better? You
Hmm.
know,
Well, hopefully he comes back,
like
man. He just tried, but he's obviously in a bad service area.
well, either way, man, I hope he's tuning in. I hope he
Do
heard
you
what I
feel like
said,
it's your
and if
time?
not, I hope that it can get
But
back
it's
to
not
him.
your time.
I just want him to know people are paying attention to what he said, and sometimes I just feel like he's speaking too fast or he's just freestyling. He really need to sit back and just think about what he says, because at times I do get the vibe that he is a humble person, but then he just gets to talking too fast. You know what I'm talking about, this?
I hear you, Mike. That's the bell. We got a bunch of callers. We got Mike Hicks, $2 cash app. He says, Bill Haney, what's his favorite sports teams? What are his favorite sports teams? Mike, hit me up, bruh. Hit me up. DMB. King Rob. Nope. Rambo.
Salute, man. Salute, Danny.
What up? What up?
How y'all feeling this morning, man?
Can't complain.
Okay. That's what I like to hear. So now, this is what I got to say. You feel me? Because I did have some shit to say to the bill, but it's some general shit that I can just say with a bill not even being here. So one, the last caller was talking about how Bill stooped to Shakur level by calling him a bitch.
Yep.
Fuck them niggas, you feel me? A lot of these motherfuckers up here talking about, oh, Mr. Bill, hey, I got questions, and they and really like when the man not up here, they hate on the man and him son. Like a lot of you niggas is bitches. I want Bill to hang his nuts on all you fuck niggas. And you feel me? Devin gonna handle business on December 9th, and they gonna keep handling business, and that's why I fuck with the haters. And if you don't fuck with them, well then shit, kick rocks, you feel me? Because they still gonna make their money, they still gonna do what they gotta do. But a lot of you niggas calling in, trying to be old. I'm so DHP, I'm so Team Haney. A lot of you niggas is hoes and y'all lying. You need to stop that shit and change your lifestyle. You feel me? Because that shit look bad on a lot of you grown, old, hating ass niggas. But that's it. Uh, Shout out to Bill and Devin, and I hope they keep doing what they doing, taking over every division they go to, and making these niggas sick to their stomach. And that's it.
All right. Well, Bill, you did miss two people.
Yeah, no, I'm tuned in. I'm here, man. You know what I mean. I'm a
Oh,
big
so you
fan.
heard them.
Advocate of the show. Yeah, I'm always here, man. I'm always listening. I'm here. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I don't come over because I don't want to. I want the callers and I want the voice. I want boxing to be continue pushed forward. I want you guys, your voice, to be just as loud as mine and just as proud as mine. I don't want it to be. I'm. Fuck that old shit. That's that old shit. You know what I mean? We got the YouTube boxing streets where Devin was born, where our business started at, right here. Can't nobody tell us shit. Nobody tell us about we can't come over here, we can't make the fights and all that shit. That's the face of boxing. Everybody else is tired of all that old shit, man. You know what I mean? That same song and dance thing, right? And as far as this, let me clear the air. I didn't call the young man a bitch. I was responding to him calling me a bitch. You see what I'm saying? So let's let that record reflect. And by no means do I think the man is a bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Um, I think that you guys get a chance to see what y'all want to see. Y'all see the frustrations that goes on in the boxing business. Are you not entertained? I mean, they before we was doing it and coming to and giving it to you, you didn't know shit. You only knew what the narratives that were driven by old media. You know what I mean? But like I said, I've been on here for an hour and something or whatever. And if I was lying, why ain't nobody pulled up on me and hit me in my mouth with some with some some shit? You know what I'm talking about? Every time I come on here, I don't want to argue with the fans that pay the bills. You see what I'm saying? We pay uh, we pay Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder's bills. We pay Javante and Devin Haney's bills. We pay all these fighters' bills, dog. That's why I come over here and I talk to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm of the people and about the people. You know what I'm saying? Period. And I watched it, and we tried to fix something that's broken and doesn't want to be fixed.
You
It's the
breaking up,
narrative that.
Bill. You might have to
One
jump out,
thing I'll
jump
say,
back in.
yeah, that,
Yeah, he fell off. I tried, Jay. I
yeah.
tried to get you on, but here you go. Hold
I
on.
see that. I see that. I'm never salty about anything, man.
He's on now.
If
He's
when
on now, Jay. Go ahead for it. He hears you.
uh, Mr. Bill Haney fell off
Yes,
again.
sir. Blessings to you, King.
Oh, first thing I want to say to you is Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum
Um,
salam, brother.
I was
Thank you.
doing this. I was doing the same thing with my son. He was playing football. He was great in Inglewood, California, in
Oh,
football.
shout out Inglewood.
But so I like the way you are handling your son's business. And I was just wondering, since I looked at everybody and I see nobody's really trying to fight. Devin was a 5-time belt holder, right?
5 time, 5 belt having, or fight 5 belt
Five,
holder
five belts. Yeah.
or holder.
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
That's exactly
yes,
what I mean.
yes,
So, I
yes, sir.
mean, to me, I don't see no flaws. I don't see no flaws. I mean, he's older. He's taller. Well, he's young. He's taller, but he's getting better. And Um, I know this guy who actually learned from um Cus D'Amato. Have you ever thought about speaking to Mike Tyson about what do to further his intense workouts? Because Mike Tyson was like one of the best that ever did it to me. Have you ever thought
Oh,
about talking to
absolutely.
Mike Tyson
No,
about yeah?
no,
Because both of y'all
we
are
talked to
Muslim.
Mike.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
That's a
Mike is a
good thing.
good
That's a
friend.
good thing. I'm not going to keep. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, Mike is a good friend of the family. Friend to Dev, mentor, and Dev and me as well. So yeah, we've learned a lot from Mike. Mike has shared a lot of good stuff with us. And both with the boxing and with the tennis. A big part of my son, my youngest son, amateur success in tennis, I can attribute to Mike and the coach that Mike put me we put me with. That was the same coach of his daughter. So yeah, Mike is special, man.
I got Tommy in Florida.
Oh, what's up, Ness? You got me?
Yep.
Shout out to the Boston boys. On an earlier call, Ness, shout out to Bill Haney, man. What's up?
Hey,
On an
what's up,
earlier
man?
call, you told somebody, because topic of the show, I feel like Tio, won that poll. But at the beginning, more closer to the show, you told the dude you got to take into consideration that Tio actually lost the Cambrosis, right?
Yes.
So what I would say, if we got to take that into consideration while
Uh-huh.
picking today, I would say you have to take into consideration that the Haney Regis fight actually didn't happen yet for somebody to get the W. So that's what I would say, that if we got to count that Tio actually lost, you can't really count Regis yet because the fight haven't happened.
But
Right.
no one's counting Regis. We're
Correct.
Devin is saying that currently, because of no losses and his previous 6 fights, no one's fighting his level of opposition. And now that's up to you to debate. But I showed gaps. I showed gaps in Tio's, rise, right? Like he fought Comey and Loma, and then he fought Cambosos, Pedro Campa, Sandor Martin, then Taylor.
Yeah, yeah. Well, who the three Haney fought before Cambrosis twice?
He fought Jojo Diaz, then
It has nothing.
Cambosos, then
Linares.
When
Cambosos. Nah,
There was
you
Lenar
lose, you
Linares was
lose.
first.
But if you lost to the same guy that Dev beat, you can't get around that. And I know you guys would love to, love to spin that and try to figure out, well, what are we gonna do? Dev didn't beat the guy twice, but the guy ain't shit. Well, you shouldn't have lost to him. If the guy wasn't shit, so that shows
Well,
you what
I
you
get no. I
no
understand what you're saying. I give Cambrosis his props. I'm not that dude
no
that discredit any type of boxer.
yeah no you right no I'm just
I was just
no
asking
not
something
at
to
you
say. I
sir
didn't
no
know.
no I'm not no
I
not at
can't
you
hear him.
because you didn't get it. No, I said not at you. No, it's not at you.
It's in
Shit, you didn't have.
general, Tommy.
Yeah, just in general.
Okay,
No, you're not at
okay.
you, Tommy. No, not at you. Just in general. Then none of this stuff has anything to do with. We're talking, speaking as fans, and then I'm speaking as being in the business and kind of knowing some of this. But I'm not going against any of you guys' opinion about the shit because I'm not going to say that if you say T.O. is a bad motherfucker, well, when the fight comes, then that's a great fight. So I'm not saying that he's not a bad motor scooter. I just come in to say when we talk about Devin, and I said, oh, let me pull up. I'm going to go pull up. You talking about Dev resume. Yeah, everybody, that's the spin that they prefer to do that because and it's so sad because if Devin and Bill are true in who they are, then that says something about everybody else that turned their kid over to the machine. For everybody that's complaining about the wrong side of the street, everybody that's saying this and that, well, we wanted to kill that narrative. Our whole thing, man, we could have went with Floyd, we could have went with Jay, we could have went with 50, but then what would that have been for the other guys that did not know Mike Tyson? I mean, like, because I knew Mike before Dev was boxing, but what the fuck? If I use Mike Tyson, then some dad is going to say, man, I don't know Mike. I can't do it because I don't know Floyd. I know all of them, but we didn't do no business. We didn't need them to fucking do what we believed and had faith that God put us on this earth to do. I don't need no help being no dad. But God put me on the earth to do that. Every man. So what's in me and how I feel about my son and how hard I'm gonna go about. I just don't let y'all kill it off. You know what I'm saying? But God put it in me. It ain't nothing to learn. It put it in every one of y'all. But I tell you, I said, man, don't let nobody do that, man. Tell you that you can and that you don't have your sons or daughter's best interest, that you think that you're gonna hand them off to another man that's in the boxing business, that he's gonna look out better for your son or your daughter than you? Come on, man. That don't make sense. That's why every guy or anybody that we do, that we go into it knowing and teaching them that you have a promotional company. You are promoting you. We are a co-promoter with you promoting yourself. I don't give a fuck how young, how old, or whatever, but dog, this is your career. What you gonna do with that's your parents? Everybody done been done. We need you and your whole team. Don't fire nobody. Don't treat your dad, your mom. Don't tell them nobody. If you gonna come work with us, man, you gotta come bring your whole family, man. You can't win. You know what I'm saying? Because I got my own family. I don't need you, no fighter and that. Oh no, I got kids and all the stuff like that. And kids is having kids, man. Come on, we can do some good business, but I don't need to steal nobody's kid, man. I don't need to manipulate the kids, man. You can go in and do your job, but you don't have to separate the kid from everything that they're familiar with, man. The kid get he get what do you call that? You lose confidence. You lose confidence when you got your people that you didn't grew up and you got your familiarity of them around. But when you take that away from them and you put them, and I know that that's what they want the fighters to feel. They don't want them to be comfortable. They want them to rely on them.
But guess what? My son is a boss. He talks to everybody, and they talk to him. The name of the company, the name of the bank account, all that shit is in his name. So I can come on here and say whatever my opinion says, and it's just my opinion. I'm not speaking for Dev. I'm speaking my opinion.
I got Mike from Texas wants sent the counterpunch. He wants to talk to you. He's the one that you responded to while you were away. Mike, you there?
Sir, what's up, Bill?
Hey, Mike, what's going on?
Not much, thank you, sir. But I do want before I start, I do want to congratulate you and your son, man. What y'all doing is wonderful, and I wish y'all nothing but the best. I hope y'all do continue to get blessed and see a lot of better days in front of y'all. But I really wanted to ask you, like yesterday we had a discussion about Dana White and his comments on boxing. And and I see how you move and how you're talking, and I really do believe that a voice like yours could benefit boxing moving forward towards the future. But I wanted to get your opinion. Like being on the A side comes with a lot of responsibility. Moving forward, if you continue to win with your son, because I'm getting the perception that y'all might want to try to beat Mayweather's record, right? Because you made a comment earlier talking about, well, Mayweather just jealous because he don't want nobody breaking his record. So I'm assuming, I mean, who wouldn't want to go undefeated? But is that something that y'all got in your mind that, oh, we can't afford to lose, not even a fight?
Um, you don't go into it thinking lose. You don't want to lose. You know that losing is a part of life. You learn from your losses, right? But you don't go into it
Yes, sir.
thinking like that. You know what I mean? And shout out to Floyd, who's created, such a legacy in boxing for a young fighter like Devin to come behind. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have any indication to me that he's he's trying to help Devin. You know what I'm saying? I think that they're friends, but
Yes, sir.
just because that you're friends, that doesn't mean that if you don't help me, that you're no longer my friend. We're just friends, but we're not friends like that. You know what I'm saying? And what I wanted with Dev is when he got in a position to be a legacy fighter, to get in a position to fight and make those big fights and all that, I just wanted him to be able to make the decision and not someone else. That's all. That was our whole motivation, was that when you get to that point, then you get there and you start complaining. You saying, man, I need to get away from this promoter, or I need to get away from this manager, or I need to, man, come on, man. How many times have we heard that story? Sides of the street and A side, B side. Man, they got us so motherfucking confused with that shit. We don't even say we A side to nothing. Ness just said we are A side or B side to only Tank, man. But it sure don't feel like it. You see what I'm saying? It sure in the fuck don't feel like
Yes.
no. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And I think
No,
that that's why when you talk about A side, does that necessarily mean that they're going to make the fight? I know they bringing the revenue. They've been bringing the revenue a little bit more and more and more and more to get to be the mega stars that they are. But what does that mean, though? That mean that you're not going to make the fight happen? What does it mean?
Mr. Haney,
With
I
the
don't
A
mean to
side.
cut you off, sir. I guess the point I'm trying to make, like, I think we can all agree that what Mayweather did in his career and what he has been doing to this day has affected boxing, in good and bad ways. But as of right now, I guess the question I'm asking you is, and like the comments that Dana White is making towards boxing, and then Showtime separated from PBC and all that. What are your thoughts on that, and what can you do moving forward that can benefit boxing, not just your son, but the sport and all?
Yeah. Well, as far as Dana White, unless you in this business to know how rough and tough this business is, I mean, it's one of a kind for sure. And everyone that's trying, you know what I mean? Like for me, I don't want to see a Showtime go out of business. I don't want to see a DAZN go out of business, an ESPN go out of the business. You know what I mean? It's just tough. And what Dana is an extremely successful professional promoter. You know what I mean? So his opinion to me, um, I would study it more, and I want to learn more, and I want to see if I was to talk to him and to hear what is his theory on boxing being better. You know what I'm saying? Before I just necessarily condemn it. He's been too successful of a businessman for me just just the one quote. So I'll reserve my opinion on it.
I guess when a lot of people in the comments and yesterday were really talking about how boxing needs to make these big fights. You know, in the UFC, they're constantly making like for instance, their mandatories are being carried out. Like Dana's making sure the champions are fighting the champions and so on. Like, do you think that in boxing that's what we're lacking? Like, you know, the Shakur towards versus Haney, Haney versus Tank, and so on and so on.
Yeah, no, I think that the people are fighting who they want to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like you get a chance to see, right? The character, right? You get a chance to see all the shit that you've been trying to do. It will be judged by your resume of what you did to get those people in there. Now you can say nobody want to fight you and all that, or you can say that you haven't done what it takes to get the person in there. You know what I'm saying? Because uh, um, at 24, I think it speaks volumes that everyone that Devin has fought has gotten their
You may
biggest
feel
payday.
like it's your time, but it's
Yeah,
not your
they have
time.
gotten their biggest payday. So that's another thing that's monumental and Devin, being Devin, being the face of it is every time that he's fought, every guy has gotten their biggest payday.
I got
And
C
and like I
Dub
said,
on the
that's it.
line now, Coach.
Okay.
Yo, coach. How the audio?
Straight.
Straight. Let me first start off by
Oh
saying,
man,
man, that
hold on. He dropped off. Don't even. I ain't gonna take you off because then your service. You might not be back. We gonna wait. We just gonna wait him out. He dropped off, man. He get them phone calls. That's what it is. Busy man. We lucky to have him.
oh yeah, man, this is it's unbelievable, man.
He dropped off. Ain't this a C Dub? You've been waiting too.
It's all good. We gonna keep it going.
What up? Talk to us.
Shit, man. The betting show. What you gonna keep the NCAA picks going?
Yeah, champ.
That's what's up, man.
Danny ain't make me no
I'm gonna try to
money on football yet, man. I'm fucking mad.
I'm gonna try to be on there, man. We're gonna try to have it all good this weekend, man. Put the right picks. We gotta do more money lines, man. We gotta do more money lines because
Five, mm,
Lee Wood
oh,
decision. That's
we
where
talking about
blew a
boxing.
lot of my sheep.
I know, man. I know, and that was my strong recommend. You see, I went all in on that shit, but I ain't think he was gonna do that knockout. I just ain't think that shit was gonna come.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
did that. He
I
did
mean,
that.
even though I did, cause I had a money line
Yeah,
on
we
all my
had one. No,
tickets.
we had one.
I had a money
I
line on
had
the sheet
three.
too. I did.
I had one with
I
him
had
by knockout, but I think Hopi Price fucked that up,
I
right?
had three with him money line, none knockout, three money line, and one by decision. But yeah, hope he fucked it up.
Yeah, I mean, he might not be
Tador.
coming
It was
back.
Tador though. We thought we had one with Tador, but
Word is
once
born.
I saw he
Yeah.
was squinting, I
He
said
said once I
no.
saw he was squinting.
That
I saw him
motherfucker,
squinting.
right?
He kept squinting, and then in the corner they tried to tell him on that 300 shit. You got another eye.
Uh,
Shit, man. You got another eye, man.
damn.
My man ain't watched 300 before he. Come on,
He
man.
ain't hear none of them Earl Spence interviews.
You got another eye, man. But no, he still pulled through. Like it seemed like he regained his composure towards the later part. Like after a couple of rounds, it just took him a little time. But I still I wouldn't lose faith in the young man yet, man. He started coming on at the later end. I thought he still won, but that was just, I guess, I don't know if I was being favorable to the pick.
Damn.
But I wish I could have found Femke or what the girl that won last night. She just wasn't on Bovada.
She was. What you talking about? She
I didn't
was.
see her. I guess
Yeah.
they took her off. I restarted it, refreshed it,
Nah, she
but I
was
guess
there. She was there, bruh. I picked against her. I ain't even talk about it because I wasn't trying to recommend. I thought Spencer would get it done in the rematch.
You
She
may
was
feel like
sick
it's
with
your time,
COVID the first time, but
but
Femke,
it's not your
she
time.
still outboxed the motherfucker. Still
that's
outboxed
correct.
her ass.
Yeah, that's what I
And
saw. And when I
and
watched the film, I was
Bazinian too.
she seemed like she just waited on the one punch, or she not waiting, but she seems like that she's got to catch her, and
Bruh,
girl just
even the Canadian Bazinian or whatever the fuck his name, motherfucker. Ronald Ellis never get knocked out. He didn't came in there and got knocked out yesterday.
yeah. I picked decision on the lead.
Fucking
I did pick decision.
bullshit. I
Yeah,
swore,
man.
I swore for God, decision Bazinian and decision Mary Spencer was gold. Fucking Femke beat up. And this guy got the knockout. Listen, man, he ain't coming back, I guess, C-Dub. Arrivederci. If he do, I'll bring you back. CYP, I'm sure you ain't looking to talk to uh, Bill since you didn't do it the first
Yo,
time.
yo,
Word.
I don't even need Bill. You know what I'm saying? I got Bill's phone number. Hating ass niggas. Be
Mm.
mad, be mad. Boo hoo, boo hoo. Anyway, I'm looking at this list of Canelo Alvarez 16 champions defeated. You know who's not on here? Rocky Fielding not on here, and Austin Trout isn't on here either. See, y'all think I'm the dumb one, but you the dumb one because you couldn't determine which super that was. Yeah, I'm here to let y'all know he wasn't. They don't even count it. So let's stop saying that shit moving forward. Austin Trout was not the actual champion. He never was. Let's move on from that. Secondly, I want to talk about the fact that, yes, I do believe that Josh Taylor is overrated. Nothing you can do to change my mind. There are 4 smaller guys who would beat him or be favored against him, and he's this great undisputed champion. Devin, T.O., Tank, and Shakur beat him or are favored to beat that dude if they fight him. They're underneath him. There has never been an undisputed champion at a weight class that 3 or 4 dudes under him are favored to fucking beat him. That shit never happens unless you're overrated. Great fighters jump to weaker divisions and dominate. Sometimes they take over, sometimes they just visit. Bud at 140, Leonard at 154, Canelo at 168, Floyd and Pac at 154. Now Devin and Tio at 140. If you are the undisputed champion at a weight class, you wish a nigga would bring his little ass up and try you. It should be an easy payday. We know that. Ask Canelo. CYPL.
Did he say Devin would be the favorite over Tio? I mean, over Taylor?
I ain't even hear him, bro, to be 1000%
Because he
honest.
said there's 3 dudes down there that'll beat you: Devin, Tio, and Taylor, or at least be the favorite in those fights against him. My only argument is that those same 3 dudes would be the favorite versus anybody, really, you know. And they'll be the favorites again versus Devin. I think Tio will be the favorite. I think Tank will be the favorite. And didn't Shakur open up as a favorite?
Over Devin? I didn't even see a better line on that. Let me check.
Yeah, oh, you bastard.
Pro Box usually has futures on there
Son of
as
a
well.
bum.
Yeah, the only futures Pro Box got right now is Spence Crawford 2
What they got that? Minus 500 Spence? I mean Crawford?
minus 550. They got
Fucked up, bro. That shit was what, 125? I licked them at 125. Now they like, nah, fuck that. What, you ain't? Why you making a face like I ain't get it for 125? I got it for
You may
125.
feel
bro, I'm
like
getting
it's
a
your
fucking
time,
face at the message I just
but
got.
it's not
Oh,
your time.
Worried about my face.
I'm just saying, we on a live
Conor
show. You worried
McGregor,
about your
Floyd
fucking phone.
Mayweather is the other one. Joshua Wilder is the other one. Ioka Estrada is another one. Ben Eubank Jr. is another one.
Yo, they
And
taking out the Saudi on them.
bro, and they got that shit even. Dead
That's
smack in the
crazy that
middle.
they disrespecting Ben like that. They let me pet on it. It's a wrap. I said, Ben, you know who I meant. That's who I meant.
Eubank.
You know it. Fuck. Don't nobody try to ride with Eubank now. I'm the one called him this generation's motherfucking Roy Jones. Bill, the only one who talks to the people. Respect. Shout out TBB for giving the opportunity to the fans. $10 super chat from my boy Rocky the 951. We got the real McCoy with his second super chat, $5. He said, Ness, I bet it was boxing politics prevented Russell from Rolly fight, in my humble opinion. I mean, I would hope so, because people talk so highly of the Russell. Georgie Porgy.
Hey, yo, what's happening, people?
What's up, people?
Man, too bad Mr. Bill Haney ain't around to answer the questions and whatnot.
Bro,
Shout out to
it's
Mr.
funny.
Gibbs.
It's funny that you said that on my mother. It's funny that you said that because I look at the chat, but it'd be so many comments. It can't read everything. I literally look up, and the first thing I saw about 45 minutes ago, half an hour ago, was Georgie Porgy, and his comment says, "I'm good. I'm talking to Bill Haney," and now he says he wished Bill Haney was around. But go on with your call, champ.
Caught you lying?
Hey, oh.
He caught you lying?
I mean, people can change their mind. People can change
Why
their
you
mind.
Why you lying on the chat?
Oh, I'm not lying. Am I lying, Georgie? Didn't you comment that? Or is there another Georgie Porgy in the chat?
He got an imposter account?
Listen, Debo, get behind me. This shit ain't about fucking, bringing some type of fucking static going on George's name. I just want to be grateful that Mr. Haney come here to answer question. If I get him, I get him. If I don't get him, I don't get him.
So
if
he was here, you was gonna be nice, but in the chat you talking about I'm good. I don't need fucking Haney.
I didn't say fucking Haney. You see now there you go, man. But whatever, Joe. I just want to say though, shout out to Mr. Gibbs, because you said it many times. There is a point that somebody make you a believer. Before I was on that wagon, like, that's what was the shit that the email bill? It's an email champ. It's an email chances. But until the dude came, and he did what he's supposed to do. That's what I fucking, I'm on the Bill Haney thing.
So if he did what he was supposed to do.
No, he's saying he used to call him an email champ, then he did what he's supposed to do, so he on the Bill Haney trip.
Saying that, yeah, baby, there is a point like you said, there is a fight that they make you a believer. You know what I'm saying? Some guys were never going to make you a believer, but for me, Haney did. So that's all I got to say about that. Another thing that I would like to ask Mr. Haney, he's not around. No, ask him. I just want to comment. I don't know what happened with the whole situation with the Bleaky, but that Bleaky situation can happen again. That cannot happen again. Everything else is good.
Bro, the charges were dropped for a reason, brother. The charges were dropped for a reason,
I'm with him though. Like we still don't need that to happen. We don't need the champ spending a day in the bank.
No. I'm not even bringing it like that, though, Danny. I'm not even bringing it like that. I don't want to know what happened or didn't happen. It just don't have to happen again. That's all I'm saying. I just want the best. I want this man to compete. Hopefully we get the Shakur, the Tank fight, the big fight. What Haney said about that he be doing better than Mayweather when he was 24 years old. Man, that man got an argument there. Because this man history is not written.
But it's not your time.
We witnesses that he's getting written.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
we don't know what we got in our hands yet. It could be even greater than Mayweather. Shout out to everybody in the chat to pull the channel Don't Make. Yo, that thumbs up is ridiculous. Yo. Fucking 1,000 motherfuckers watching this shit. None of you got a fucking thumb up to fucking give. Outrageous.
Yo, Georgie.
What?
If Haney and T.O. fight today, who's the favorite? Come on. This is quick, man.
Who's A-side or who's the favorite?
Who's the fucking favorite? The betting favorite. The betting favorite. Ain't nobody say A-side. Betting favorite. El favorito para ganar.
Fuck you. I'm going to have to give it. Man, I'm going to have to give it to Tio because like another caller said, he's the guy who beat the guy who's doing that 140 doing it right now.
Who's the favorite?
You just said Tio.
Who's the favorite? Tank
Haney. Tio, I'm going to have to give it to T. Got to be honest, bro.
Bruh, listen to the fucking question. Tank Haney.
Oh, Tank Haney. Man, Tank though.
Who's the favorite? Who's the
Tank
favorite?
got that.
Shakur or Haney?
What you doing this, Lance? You better stop it, bro. What's wrong with you?
All
Stop
right,
it. We get it,
we
baby.
know what you're saying. We know what you're saying. I'm not doing nothing, bro. I'm showing you he's an underrated champion, and hopefully we get to make money on it. You know, hopefully we get to make money on it. Nike Hendricks, what up? Didn't I? Nike, Nike. Did we go to you? I almost feel like I went to you, but I do 2 shows a day, so every day is Friday.
It
Yeah,
is Friday Eve.
yeah.
It is Friday Eve.
Did we talk to Trey in Omaha today?
I don't think so, no.
Trey in Omaha today? Trey in Omaha, Twitter. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's a no-no. All right, well, we got keep it moving $2. Nello versus Eubank and better be in the contract. Why not? Thinking emoji. Um, what do you mean? Why not? Why just give Eubank the fight? Like, you know, there's mad other fights that sound better than that. Hendricks. All right.
Y'all can hear me?
Now we can.
All right, shouts out to the boxing world, man. Shouts out to you, Miss Danny. For some reason, I had to back out, come back in. Hey, man, CYP, I just want to say, man, you forgot to add Jamel Charlo to that list where you were saying motherfuckers bullying people in their division. Seemed like his big ass was bullying people the way he looked at 168, like he couldn't even throw a fucking punch. And that's probably his walk around weight, like 170 or some shit, man. So that is what it is with that. But Haney, I feel like Haney fought the better competition. People gonna say how when T.O.B. Loma and T.O.B. undisputed Josh Taylor. First of all, man, Taylor should have been moved his ass up to 147. Taylor damn near 6 feet. What he like 5'10", 5'11", fighting at 140. An older guy. Come on, man. He killing himself to make 140. I can agree with CYP with that. Like he bullying them niggas down there. So T.O. came up, was better, refreshed and all that, and beat him. But come on, man. He got his ass whooped by Cambosos, and Cambosos offered him a rematch. He didn't take it. Camboso said, yeah, we can do a rematch, but you got to come to Australia. He didn't want to do that. So come on, man. Like, Devin beat the guy that beat him, and he beat Loma, which, well, I say Taylor T.O. biggest win now, but before that, it was Loma. He was riding off that Loma wave. Oh, I beat Lomachenko. If you ask him anything before that Taylor fight, even when he fought Sando and the other dude, he was always talking about Loma still, you at 140. Like, come on, man. And shit with Devin opponents, like of course everybody when you start out, you're building your career and you're getting, acclimated to boxing. So your first, I would say your first 15 to 20 opponents really ain't shit unless you Loma, real shit. Because from his second pro fight, he got a title shot. So I mean, every other boxer build up their career and resume, but in the first 15, 20 fights, then after that is what you done, what you doing for me now. Like, you've been in this sport, you done fought, you done got acclimated to it. What you doing? And you can go down, I mean, T.O. is second with him, I would say. Because you can go down Haney list with Gamboa, Linares, JoJo, Cam, Loma, now Regis. Like, come on now. Even people don't want to give him the undefeated dude he knocked out for the belt. Was it Abdulayev? They don't want to give
Yes.
him that, but come on, man. People was talking shit like talking about Abdulayev was gonna give him trouble. Now he fucked Abdulayev up. But besides, I would say Haney first, T.O., then
You may feel like it's your time,
the next
but it's not
Shakur.
your time.
All right, champ.
All
Appreciate the
right.
call. Who It's nice.
CYP, I don't know. You? Let me see. Because I didn't remove him. Okay, so he wasn't there. And Dub, he never came back, champ. So yeah, I don't know. You feel me? But Nest GTO, Instagram and Twitter
Bring
until the next one.
bring Walk Danny, and the next one will be 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. And I'm gonna say it now. I'll say it tomorrow. Hopefully, Ness says it this afternoon. Tune into the betting show tomorrow because I got a big winner for tomorrow night. So you gotta be on it to put that money on the winner for tomorrow night. Bring Walk Danny, Ness GTO, the boxing voice. Arriva Dirge.
Peace.